Hello, hello. I need to actually get an update to the scenario real quick because I'm realizing its requirement is not meant for one person for the end goal. So let's see, where do I have it pinned? Pinned. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, I'm assuming this works. I don't actually know. So last time we played this, it's been like 3 weeks, I think, because we took a short break to do something else because we had just been on this for like 2 months. So, I wanted to take a break. So we have this one and we have this one, and the difference is that one of them has launched a rocket and the other one hasn't. I actually want to roll back to the one that hasn't launched a rocket because launching the rocket without the science, it was actually just useless, apparently. So this says products finished 1, but I don't think it's launching yet, right? I guess we just kind of have to test it. Whoa, what is that? Does everyone else see that? Um, what is that purple corner? Is that part of Factorio? Uh, huh. Huh. Weird full screen issue? Well, it's gone now. I don't know what that was about. It looked like it appeared in OBS. Hello, hello, Tice. Welcome. So it turns out the goal of this run is to launch 10 rockets with satellites. So first things first, we need a chest to see if we in fact have the ability to without putting some commands in. I think we're good. Do we actually have satellite research? We do not have satellite researched. We're probably missing like solar panels. And I'm also testing to make sure this is the right save. That's where we're doing the launch right now because I couldn't really tell. That doesn't tell me anything because there's no victory screen. We're just going to assume this is the right one then. It'll probably be fine. Okay, so we need to set up satellites, which means satellite. We need a lot of research, right? Oh, wait, these only have 1 tier. Oh, we're just missing accumulators. Well, that's simple enough. Perfect. And then the pricing of these is slightly higher, but it's not quadruple cost, I think. Actually, what is the default what's the default cost for space science? It's 1,000, right? Or is it 2K? It might be 2K. I might just be crazy. Am I tired of coins on the belt? Yeah. It is 2K. Okay. Uh how do I know if that worked? No, can I just assume that worked? Is that correct? Hold on, I have to double check. I really don't know how to, how to know if that command did what it was supposed to do. Can you start variables with an underscore? But mainly my concern is that actually the right variable, or did I accidentally copy something that was weird Discord formatting? You can maybe print the value. Okay. Is that just... Can you just... No. So that would be G rocket launched win data dot extra rockets. Would it be that whole thing? I thought the word was shorter when I started typing it. Well, that just printed the whole thing. I don't know what I expected out of that. It just printed the text. I definitely missed something. Yeah, that literally just printed that. Am I missing parentheses? I imagine there's a way to make it a variable, right? No. Oh, slash C. Oh, okay, right. I literally just said that. Thank you. Okay, it does say 10. But yeah, I meant like I literally just said the letters. It's back. It's back. What does that mean? Is it Discord? Is that like a Discord overlay that's broken? Why is this purple square taunting me? Also, why am I making so many chests? Right, I remember what we were doing last time. We were joking about how we needed 10k. Yeah, we were joking about how I wanted 100,000 coins, which is just very silly. I don't know where my stuff is, so I guess this is what happens when you don't play for 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna, you know what? We don't really need a lot of stuff. We have bots for that. We do need to copy this, though. So we can do that, and we can do this. I'm creating a buffer chest in line. At least that's the idea. Okay, and now we can get loaders. Oh gosh, yeah, we'll just have to. Twitch doesn't like putting slashes, so you usually omit the slash. That's fair. I'm surprised game.print actually went through. I wonder if I just gave you link permissions. It's possible I just made you a regular because it was turning so many things you said into links. Because normally, if there's like a period at all, it's you know, blocked. Okay, so I don't quite remember what we need. Also, the console has memory. Oh, that's true. I could have just scrolled up and then copied instead of typing it. I was thinking of doing that, then I was like, oh, no, this will be faster. I type fast, but then I don't actually type that fast. It's all in my head. Okay, so we need a buffer chest. Like so. And like so. I guess we don't have splitters. Then we need one more of these. I would actually rather them be reds, but this is good enough. Slash commands also have autocomplete. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess it does make sense that Factorio would make things simple, huh? Considering how emphasized the modding scene is, or how large the modding scene is. Okay, well that's not quite right, but I guess it's not quite right, but I guess it's all right. Okay, so I don't know why we don't have any of this stuff. That doesn't actually make sense to me because this is, you know, a base that was designed to have everything fully automatic. So I really don't know why we don't have that junk. I'm wondering if maybe we have the Roboport connections. You could try, what's that do? What is that auto complete? I'm assuming that was just an example of how the tab worked. I don't know what TI would be short for. To player list. There's a T in. There's technically a T in an I in list. Yeah, it just says they're out. Okay, it looks like maybe it was just disconnected from the range. Okay, have we got anything that we need to be concerned with? Oh, right. I forgot what we know so far for the people. It would autocomplete time. Okay, so why was it... What was making all players appear then? Was I typing something? Oh, I typed a space. I see. Okay. That makes a lot more sense then. Yeah, this tracks. This was... We never set up power here. Whoops. Oh wait, I remember now. We had some trouble with the RCU design, and in fact still do. I think we need to fix RCUs if we're gonna plan to launch 10 rockets, because these do not produce fast enough. Okay, and then we need another splitter. Okay. Oh look, our inventory is sorted again. Woo! This buffer chest, I guess, isn't that useful because we do have stuff here as well, but that's fine. Okay, so we actually cut off science, so I'm assuming we ran out of yellow science, right? Yeah, so we need to restart that and figure out what the bottleneck is. Oh, I was disconnected from chat, but now I'm back, but I didn't drop frames. That's always That part's always confusing to me. Let's do... Let's set up like 6 of them, and then we'll just hand feed enough processing units. That should be fine. Actually, where are processing units? They're not producing that well. I think we have some broken stuff, which makes sense. Looking at our base. Yeah, we haven't produced processing units in a while. Okay, autocomplete is very nice when you add your own commands, as they are otherwise harder to find a correct documentation for. That tracks. Why is this not working? Oh, because it's placed the wrong way. I don't actually know how much more science we need, but I'm assuming 600 is enough. It's going to complete in record time? Actually, no, it's not. It's going to be complete very slowly because of how I did that. Okay, one of these had science in it. Which one was it? Oh, I already grabbed it. Okay. Cool. That should be alright. We need to figure out why blue chips are not running, though. Item ingredient shortage. What? Was the belt backed up? Because these should be running. Hold up, what's wrong there? Also, yeah, we need to completely... But yeah, something's off. These are backed up with... Oh, they're probably backed up with like a single coin. And just every single one of them is backed up with a coin. That seems like something that would happen. Okay. Yeah, considering how many things are backed up with coins, that's definitely the reason. Okay, so we need accumulators, we need rocket fuel, we need LDS, we need solar panels, and we need, what's the 5th one? Radars? I think that's everything we need for a satellite. Oh, and frost. So we need to create a total of 10 satellites, and then I think our best bet is to actually launch them at the same time. So our goal is to fill up 10 silos right now before we launch any rockets, because I think that's the win condition. But I do want to launch one by itself just to see what happens, because theoretically we have to... hold on, I can't think of words. Theoretically, we're going to get attacked by, like, wave defense waves. That is my understanding. So it is... Oh my gosh. That took forever to rotate. But yeah, theoretically, we're supposed to be attacked by wave defense waves as soon as we have the science. As soon as we make a launcher. We can make a coin collector blueprint with a filter inserter and a provider chest. Well, yeah, that would be good for collecting stuff on the ground. It's mostly the stuff on the belts that's troublesome. We did actually have that set up at one point. We actually did collect almost all of them. But then we dropped more coins. So yeah, the issue is that we already did that. And now we have to do it again. It's just a constant battle. So accumulators, I do not know the recipe of. Oh, that is incredibly cheap. Okay. So we can do this. We can get a splitter. Oh, right. I don't have anything on my hotbar because somebody made it that the hotbar switches randomly, which honestly, that's a very silly effect. I actually quite like that one because I was not expecting that one. Had no reason to think that would happen. Okay, so that's batteries, and then we can do iron. Sure. Okay. Now, hopefully we can make accumulators here. Okay, perfect. We just need a few underbelts. Can't be mined. Awesome. Well, that's fine, because I didn't need that. I didn't need that anyway. Okay, we have now lost power poles on our hotbar. Excellent. accumulators, accumulators, and then I guess we can just copy this as best we can. I don't really know how many we need, so I'm just going to do this. Which is more than enough, I imagine. That seems like a fair assumption to me, that we don't actually need this many. We probably can't even afford to make this many, to be honest. I don't know the ratios at all, but I figured it's worth a shot. Let's see, we need a chest, we need an inserter, which, once again, our hotbar is not having it. I don't know if that's on the right side of the belt, but I don't think it matters because our science production is so low. Yeah, like we don't really have backed up anything anyway. We might need more purple modules at some point, but I think I'm fine with this right now. We just need to start buffering them. And then these stack to 50, right? So if we do an iron chest, 2 stacks is 1, so 2 rows would be good. We just have to hope no coins get on there. So let's actually add a row just in case there's coins. Okay, so accumulators are buffering. We also need solar panels. So those are basically just copper. That was unfortunate. Oh, that's even more unfortunate. Okay. There we go. We don't need that. We don't need this. Anyway, as I was saying, we need steel, copper, and green chips. And it's so dark. I forgot. I usually put always day on, but this mod kind of forbids that, which was unfortunate. I don't know why. I thought it worked in the overworld, but I guess it just doesn't work at all. So we need steel. We need copper. So I think we can use a regular belt if we can, figure out how to get regular belts on our hotbar. This is like the one spot I could not have placed it with a regular belt. So it looked, okay, you know what? Red belt it is. Red belt can reach. Yellow belt can't. It's fine. We have it automated, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, solar panels produced down here should work well. And then we need splitter here. Good. And now we just need green chips. So green chips we established we're not great at getting, but that's okay. So this is actually the correct side of the belt. But yeah, it's not great at getting. I don't know what that means. We're get green chips that far. I guess technically the way I said it kind of works. It was just a very weird wording. Not good at getting as in hard to get. I hate when my circuits play hard to get. What do solar panels even cost? 5, 5, and 15. Okay, so these can just be side-loaded together. In terms of inserter capacity. We can do assembly machines. Then I guess we can just go here. This needs to turn higher up. This might not work. I'm not sure. Those might be invincible. Okay, almost works, aside from the fact that it doesn't. Classic pairing. I don't think we're ever going to be output limited, or input limited, so I probably didn't have to care about making sure the belts are balanced. Especially since it matters so little. I wonder how our research is going. I mean, it's at 75%, but I can't really tell what the bottleneck is. We kind of just guessed on how many more science I needed once the research was done. And then this is solar panels. They're not connected to power. If I can build these by hand, I would like to, because then I can confirm they are in fact correct, but it looks like that might not be happening. I wonder if this can guarantee they're placed the right direction. We haven't really tried, but that would be convenient. And then we're not producing them that fast. And solar panels, I don't know what solar panels stack to, so I'm just going to assume they also stack. Okay. That should work, aside from the fact that we are incredibly low on all the resources, so nothing will really that run. But the idea is there, and if we ever get more steel, everything will start looking up. Okay, so I still see some purple backed up on the belt, so that's actually really nice. Purple backed up on the belt means we're actually yellow science limited. Nope, never mind. Does it look like there's enough science here? I feel like there's probably enough science here that we can repurpose it, but let's just try to get a little bit more purple. Actually, we never cut off purple science, did we? So technically it's producing as fast as it can, and this stuff's still producing. Okay, you know what? I don't think we have to think about science. We just need to keep thinking about expanding our base. Okay, so we need LDS for launches. We also need RCUs. Oh, and it's expensive mode. I forgot about that. So we need to figure out what our bottlenecks are in expensive mode, because I don't quite understand it. Plastic, yeah, so plastic just runs a little bit slowly, but it also is just consumed like 5 times more than I planned. But I imagine we're running low on crude. And that would explain it. Okay, well that tracks. I think we figured out why it's low. Our expansion did nothing. Now we do have a bunch of speed modules, so that's the easiest way to fix this. Well, I say it's the easiest way to fix it, but we are slightly struggling on power, so maybe it's not a great option. And we also have to completely redo RCUs. Because originally I had this great plan for RCUs to avoid using inserters. Turns out that it was not a great idea, because loaders have an internal buffer of the entire stack of resources times like 4 or something. Or no, it's like the entire stack of resources, or like 2 of the stacks of resources. Which meant they were buffering like 60 speed modules inside, which just was terrible. It meant I had to overproduce basically... Oh gosh, what would the number be? 100 multiple rockets, basically. We would have had to overproduce multiple rockets worth of RCUs before they all ran. So we're gonna rebalance it. Yeah, I didn't know that initially. I guess we have used loaders to this in that way before, but it wasn't a problem. Also, I have to remember how to shoot. Yeah, it wasn't a problem when we first did it, because with the first... Oh gosh, can we outpace the bot? Barely. Okay, cool. Anyway, the first time we did it, it was with blue chips, which we have lots of excess resources for those anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. So then when we got to the actually expensive resource, having like 200 times the blue chips buffered was really bad. So we're gonna fix that real quick. It was a fun solution to getting around inserters. It wasn't a sustainable solution though. The reason I'm destroying it by hand, I guess, is so I don't have to have bots bring me the leftovers, but it probably doesn't matter that much. Okay, now I think we've cleared it enough. We can just cut everything. Okay, and then everything bots can't destroy, we can shoot with grenades or something. I think I'm okay with that. This will use way less space too, which is nice. Okay, I guess this is really our best bet for destroying stuff. I mean, grenades kind of work, but we have a lot of kind of important chests that I don't really want to destroy. I like how every time I fight, alt mode toggles off. But I can't shoot something directly without holding down left alt. Because my middle mouse button doesn't work that well, and that's the button that I have assigned to it. We also need to fix our oil. If I had to guess, our oil pipeline is broken halfway along the line. Yep, okay, so this is definitely broken somewhere, so we need to go fix that. It could just be that it doesn't have power, but nah, it looks like it's just missing a connection. Okay, so fortunately we have such a massive buffer that it worked out, but we definitely need to fix it. What is that? Hazard concrete, really? Okay. Thank you, bots. You're doing your best, but I don't want you. Go away. Okay, so now it's just a standard. Now it's just like a normal blue chip build. I don't actually know where we connect blue chips together. I think we connect them over here. Yeah, that looks like it should be both. Okay, forgot about the auto placement. Been a while since that kind of mattered. And then if we're going to copy it, we should definitely use productivity modules, set these to RCUs. And I don't think we need any more research. Where the heck are RCUs? Okay. Ah, hotbar swapped again. Perfect. It's such a slight, it's such a minor troll, but man, does that one, you notice that one. I mean, a lot of them are fairly minor trolls, but some of them are just very insignificant. I love it, though. It's fun. Okay, and then I guess we can just send all of the RCUs down. We need to rearrange the buffer chest anyway. I should have made this like one tile higher, but I'm committed at this point. We'll fix the buffer one way or another. Okay, so this goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up. Perfect. So this is something we should be able to copy. And then let's not do the outputs yet. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Don't know why I'm counting. It doesn't really matter how large this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I guess we can just cut it here. And apparently we'll cut it there as well. Oh my gosh, it's so weird when the ghosts become unmineable. It just feels wrong. Now, all of the inserters and output inserters, there's a good chance they're backwards, so we'll have to fix those. We'll have to fix those manually, but that is something that was expected. There just isn't a ton I can really do about that until the belt is actually fully done. Okay. So we'll just remove the RCU buffer. We'll move it, maybe we'll move it over here or something. Yeah, that fits. Okay, we got pretty lucky with placements there. No complaining there, that worked well. Okay, so then we can do iron chest and an iron chest, and then we can just send stuff through here. I think that works out well. We just need to flip a lot of these. Oh my gosh, there's every time I place something, there's a good chance that it gets placed in the wrong direction, which is really, really rough. I'm getting used to it, but I also don't like it at the same time. I don't know why I would like it. That would be weird if I was like begging for it to make the game harder. So maybe I should just accept it and just acknowledge that, you know, they could have made it even harder. we don't have it too bad, do we? Okay, and then we can reconnect them there. Not like we're that low on resources that we have to worry about that, looping it, but it's still a nice thing to do. Okay, so now we have to figure out how, in fact, we get all these speed modules that I have in my inventory onto this chest, along with the processing unit. So these are on the right half of the bell, so the processing unit should go here, and I think side load, or I built this completely wrong. One of those two. But science research is done, which means these can be disabled. These only buffer like a single rocket inside of them. I don't think I need to worry about it. Processing units, they're not taking a ton of steel, but I can disable these as well. But at least RCUs are set up. Okay, now processing units are still working terribly. I thought we fixed those. I guess we're just so circuit limited that they're never really going to be fixed. We just need to make more of them. Because right now, we're producing 60 per minute. That's actually not bad. Well, okay, but for the past minute, we've been producing 30. So we need 720, actually a little lower that. We'll say like 680 to launch a rocket, times 9. We need 6,000 of those divided by 30. So that would take 3 hours at this rate. So we do need to make sure these can in fact run better, because I don't want those to take 3 hours. We have about 2. So let's see if we can get our goal. Also, we need accumulators, which add another 100 per rocket. So, yeah, we definitely need to fix that. Although I guess with the buffers that we have, we're probably doing a little better than I thought. As we actually only need like two more rockets worth of two more rockets. No, way more than that. We have not produced a single solar panel. That is not right. Okay. So this is working somehow, but it's not producing that well. So what can we do about that? What the heck was that? Oh, I know it. I know what the heck that was. Um, that is an invulnerable belt, which means it can't smart belt over a gap, I think. Pretty sure that was what was wrong. Yeah. That does track. Okay, so hopefully this actually gets us solar panels now. Okay. I guess we can keep going past this. This is not an optimal route, but it's working, and that's what matters. Actually, is it working? Yeah, we'll say it's working, and then we'll work on plastic. Yeah, we just need to launch a lot of rockets while things are very tedious to build. It's a perfect system. Okay. That doesn't quite make it, so well, I want to say cheat. We'll take the easy route and just use an underground. And then that should work. Or we'll use a red underground because it can go farther. I don't know how that's being damaged. Also, I completely forgot. This is where a lot of critical buildings are, and I just have them on the corner that gets attacked the most. That was a rough call. Definitely shouldn't have built it there. Okay, so processing units are fine. And then we'll just limit this, because we only really need productivity modules now for personal building, so we can just limit this to like 250, and it's fine. It's okay. Although that's like the lowest priority anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so obviously red chips aren't working that well. Really just a lot of things have stopped. And I keep forgetting. Expensive mode. That's probably why most things have just kind of stopped. Now we're starting to run low on oil, which that's either because they were never hooked up or because we are genuinely running low on oil now. And it might be that one. So let's grab a bunch of pipes. We'll grab a bunch of under pipes as well. How's our accumulator production? Accumulators might be okay. Never mind. Never mind. I kind of forgot about the whole we can't afford anything part of this. Okay, well, speed modules will work. They're a good way to improve it. But yeah, we can't afford anything because of expensive mode. It's great. It makes it hard for things to run. Oh, when you didn't plan for it, at least. Also, maybe next Monday, well, if we're not finishing this, maybe we'll do an expensive mode run. Because I do want to try that. Although someone did joke that expensive mode is basically no different than the randomizer if the goal, which was my goal, was to just slightly change recipes a bit. So yeah, I probably won't notice a huge difference. But I do want to see what kind of builds I can make if I have to actually plan for these kinds of costs. Okay, I think I found the problem. Fortunately, I think that was it, right? Let's see if that connects all the way through. These have restarted. Of course, that's the one that produces 0, so it's not helping. You know, it might be broken in another section. It's hard to see, because whenever we get something telling us that a segment is being attacked, or like a pipe is being attacked, it's very likely that is also just something in my base. Am I ready for combat? I don't know. Let's find out. I haven't fought in a while. Yep, that was a mistake. That was 100% a mistake. Can we just abandon it now? I kind of thought we would be able to deal more damage with a combat shotgun. Didn't realize how garbage it was. Oh well, we might as well take it out while we're here. We don't have any fish, though. Oh no. Are we gonna die from this? We might die. Okay, please, please give me health. We used to have fish. We have a lot of stuff in a chest somewhere. I really don't know where. We've misplaced so many things since last week. No, sorry, 3 weeks ago, because we didn't know we would be taking a break for 2 weeks. We thought we were done. Oof, this is... You know what? I kind of forgot about the whole bases exploding dividers thing. That very much complicates this plan. At least I have enough fish to not die, but I don't think it's a worthwhile time investment. Have they started mining again? Okay, I think we did actually complete the line. So crude does seem to be improving. These are producing. Awesome. Okay, so if we put speed modules, that will give us some resources. But the issue is we're also low on power. So we need to make a power plant. And unfortunately, we can't just make a power plant on the middle of the lake. I mean, we can, but it's not safe. If we need to expand something, we actually have to expand our territory, which is very viable to do. It's just there's a lot of sections we have to landfill, which kind of complicates things. But we can expand our territories in a fairly straightforward way for power. But I want to see where all our bottlenecks are now. So we were out of crude. So I think that's our main issue with plastic, right? Oh, and coal. Okay. Oh, well that one's out of coal because it's never had coal. Never mind, that's a different problem. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, because I was wondering how some had coal and the others didn't. That would do it. So yeah, it looks like we're just straight up out of crude. And then we didn't have enough speed modules initially, so we can go through and finally speed mod this. I think at one point we considered prod mods, and then we realized we could just add more refineries, so we ended up not doing that, because that was silly. And then now we're out of speed mods again, but don't really know what our bottleneck is now. It would be nice if I could have a buffer tank for crude. Didn't realize we didn't have one yet. We used to. Then it got destroyed. I still don't know what this magical blue square is. Like, it doesn't... It's weird. It doesn't appear if I play like this. And that, like, makes it go away for a bit. And now it's gone. So, I don't know. Is it something to do with the mod? Like, it's... No, that wouldn't make sense, though. If it's just a graphic. Has to do with full screen. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. Also, we can completely stop blue science. That'll give me a decent amount of red chips, actually. These will back up fast enough. Alright. So I'm going to be lazy and not worry about it. This should also improve our steel. Now, I feel like steel is a problem. And it still is a problem. Computer is running on fumes. That's why it's purple. Computer is just struggling. That does explain a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Okay, so plastic hopefully solves itself. It looks like we need a steel lane more than anything, because plastic's biggest issue is just access to petroleum. Which I don't think we fixed well enough. Like, I don't really know what our max production is. Like, we have a decent amount of production in a lot of places. Although I think we're going to start to struggle with power if we keep adding more speed modules, but I think it's worth it. Okay, RCUs have not started. That makes sense. We didn't actually finish the loop. But that's okay, because I wanted to make sure that they're actually set up right. On the bright side, they can't output the wrong thing onto the belt if the input and output aren't both correct. That helps a lot. Okay, that's good. Those look good. Those look good. That one is, I think, good now. Perfect. I don't need to reserve 2 belts. Why was I gonna try to like deconstruct that? Okay, yeah, the rotating, if anyone's wondering, the rotating is not me failing to realize what way I need to rotate the belt. There is a random order. Is this the same April Fool's mod? Earlier this year, yeah, like 2 weeks ago. You make it sound like it was really long ago. A long time ago. No, it was like two or three streams ago, or Monday streams ago. But yeah, it is that mod. I had to ask the mod author what the win condition was because I just had no idea. So we're continuing it now that I know how to beat it. We have to launch 10 rockets with satellites in them. So right now we're working on improving rocket part production because we do in fact need way more production if we're going to launch 10 of them. But yeah, this one still has the surfaces. It still has, I mean, portals, I guess. That's fair. I never played it for April Fools, though. It was a mod that was made for April Fools that I didn't start until June. It's like, it's an April Fool's mod, but I never actually played it for April Fools because of, I had other April Fools planned. That's when we did the hand-feeding one. Yeah, June Fools, exactly. Everyone knows June Fools. Are you not familiar with June Fools? It's the best holiday for pranking people. They'll never see it coming. Does it count as an April Fool's prank? Like, if you just prank someone on a different day and yell April Fools, they won't be mad at me at all, right? But yeah, it is that same mod. It's just a lot more recent than envisioned, I guess. No, we just took the break. What did we play? Oh, I wanted to do Reverse Torio because it looked really fun. So we took a break to do that and figure out how we actually beat this. So obviously we're short on power. We need to improve our power plant, but that should help a bit with crude. If we could get some prod modules in all of these, that would also help. I mean, not really, because it just makes things more... I don't know, more what? More slow? Let's see, the mod did receive quite a few patches since its original release. Not really. I was given a list of things I should run to make it solo friendly. There is one patch that made it that you can do things underground. But I think most of it was just like changing the values of like mining speed and stuff. But we don't actually have it up to date for replay purposes. It makes it easier to not update stuff. Plastic seems to be working a lot better. So steel is very much struggling. And then power is struggling. More single person friendly. Yeah, so single people can play them. You know, people without relationships. Because the game was just full of references to having a girlfriend. Everyone knows that. Like, it just taunted you every time you research something. It's like, ha, you still haven't found love, but you found iron ore. You know, those sorts of things. So they were nice enough to remove those. But yeah, it was designed for 20 to 30. It was designed for like 20 to 30 people. So we scaled up a lot of things to make it that one person could in fact expand their base fast enough to work. Because it wasn't really viable early on. Okay, so where can we put a power plant? And do we have enough light oil? Those are the questions we need to ask. Well, considering how cracking works, I'm going to say yes, we do in fact have enough light oil. We might have to change the priority with a pump, but other than that, we're good. Hopefully I have a pump. But yeah, we should be able to expand this. Rocket fuel is going strong. Exactly. I'm glad you understand. What are those? We haven't researched that yet. Why do I have such a small amount of landfill? I'm like in desperate need of power right now, but we have no spot we can actually put that cleanly. Ooh, wait, hold up. Should I just delete those? Also, where are grenades? I think I think if we just destroy labs, we're good. Is there any research that would just be useful? Like projectile damage maybe is kind of nice. Ooh, or laser damage. But I can do all of those in the old labs. Yeah, so we're just going to delete this entire stretch of labs, I think. Because it is a very prime spot for power. Perfect. Ooh, 50 streams. Nice. Yeah, okay. I think this is... We can live with this. I think this is worth it. Because it's either that or we wait for landfill. And we kind of need power now. I mean, we don't really need it. We're not in desperate need of, like, our base browning out, I don't think. But it's still not great to be this low on power. I like the clout brownie points. I read that as, like, chat brownie points for bragging to chat. Let's see. I've been getting a lot of those lately. You would think that the spam bots would know. I mean, obviously not, but yeah, I've been getting a lot more spam bots the past couple weeks than normal. There's still a lot of the mystery part. There's a lot of effects that just don't really do things that noticeable or that strong, so I'm unsure of. But in terms of like new tech, we've pretty much unlocked everything. Like, we've ran into everything once, or pretty much everything once. There's just some that have very obscure meanings that I'm not entirely certain about. But since they do so little, like if I can't tell what they do by now, they definitely don't do something that important. Like disco players, I'm pretty sure that just slowly changes my color. But I can't really confirm that. I'm deconning the old labs because it's actually the other way around, but yeah, effectively. We're deconning the old lab setup because we don't really have anything to research anymore. And I need the space desperately for a power plant. So I am opting for a power plant instead of broken labs, or labs that we're idling. Because we just don't have anything left to research. There we go. And we just, we couldn't really put a power plant anywhere else right now without a very large expansion. So if we just copy this, that should work well. So you have researched satellites, and now you just want to launch 2 rockets with satellite, but I wish it was only 2. We need to launch 10. But yeah. We need to launch 10 satellites with the research that we get. That is unfortunate. But yeah, we don't actually need the science from it, which is very convenient. And then we're not launching them gradually because I am aware that I was informed that I will get attacked, which is why. Do I have any cliff explosives? I don't actually know, but I was informed that I will get attacked as soon as I launch them, which is why I was told I could decrease them to, or should decrease it to 30, and given the command by the mod author, because yeah, that is not something I could reasonably defend solo against 34 rockets. Yeah, we've definitely made some modifications with permission to make things viable. Otherwise, we would still be here until Christmas, which would be not super exciting. Okay. I don't actually know how many this is. 56. Actually, that's a good amount. Obviously, I need to science harder. Oh, I need to science harder to research more useless labs. Is that the goal? I mean, I guess that's something I can do. It's not necessarily something I should do. Like, I haven't even been able to decide if I want... well, I definitely don't need dungeon supports. Productivity is useless. What could possibly be useful here that will help with enemies? Flame damage? Is flamethrower damage something I can afford? Yeah, we'll just keep researching that. Because that's all pretty cheap. Okay, so first things first, what was I doing? Or where do I get the things for what I was doing? I know I was making a power plant. I needed a little bit of landfill. That explains why you need the power. You want to power beacons between the rocket silos to craft rocket parts ASAP from stored ingredients. Not really. We need the power because we still need to produce rocket parts for like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, if we don't improve our base. So it has not much to do with the stored ingredients. It's just power we need to produce ingredients in general, because we don't actually have the ability to expand anything at the moment. That's a reasonable guess. We were thinking about doing that, but honestly, beacons don't use a ton of power. If I just cut off my base and switch to entirely beacons, I could power like 7 rockets launching at once with that. The biggest concern is really just the aforementioned. I still need to produce the parts because our base isn't running too hot, which makes sense. It was not designed to launch multiple rockets, so now we are running into problems because of that, as one does. We broke plastic. That makes sense. I was wondering why those weren't running. Okay, so we also have all of our stuff for hand building in like the middle of the base, but I don't know where. It could also be deep underground, which is why you just see me scrambling for like the most random scrap right now, because I don't have an inventory of really anything. Burner inserters should be fine, and then while I'm up here, I can grab this landfill, which is very little. I wonder what we're using all that for. I mean, I guess technically we haven't stopped. We haven't stopped purple. That'll have a little bit of a delay before it stops purple. We could also possibly just decon this. That should stop purple, actually, because I don't think the steel goes anywhere else. Okay, never mind, that works. And then we got the landfill. Okay, now we need to actually get the chem plants, which I don't think we ever really automated. We'll see if we have enough landfill buffered for power. Let's see, do these have any spare? I think there is some spare rocket fuel or solid fuel. I'm going to prioritize that over rocket fuel right now. Somehow. There we go. We're going to go straight through, go up. We're going to go around, and technically this first one won't run unless we manually feed it. Let's fix that real quick. I want all the power I can get. Okay, this should be fine. I think that can have enough pressure to power all of them. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Okay, now this is the fun part. Clicking just like a madman because they get placed in the wrong direction all the time. And the fastest way is to override it. True, we're not beacon a large line of assemblies, just 1 or 2 rocket silos. And honestly, I don't even think rocket silos need power. I've heard that most of the power requirement is a lie. I guess the main thing would just be the beacons. But I don't think the silo actually really costs anything extra. Except for like a very small window. I think it has like a peak consumption of that at like one part of it. But the main thing is, can you power the beacons? I guess maybe that's only... It could be that that's only really true in, like, really low values. Maybe it's not super applicable here. Because the beacons would probably start shutting off. Okay, I think that works. That gets us a couple more machines. But yeah, either way we're good. I was actually considering just putting 9 silos in a row and clicking launch at once. That is also an option, but the issue with that is that requires 10,000 steel. And considering we're steel limited for the silo largely right now, is I don't really want to do that. Actually, what are we? Are we steel limited? I thought we were steel limited. I'm not entirely sure what we're limited by. Oh, never mind. That's stupid. Of course I know what we're limited by. These have not resumed crafting full speed, and I don't entirely know why. We're sending... I think we're producing too many speed mods, maybe? Oh, but even those aren't running that well. Something's just consuming all of our green chips. Yeah, we also need a little bit more fuel production. You were thinking of 2 silos. Okay, yeah, 2 silos could also work. But I was thinking if we just had 10 silos that were unmoduled, that would also work. Like, if no beacons at all, it wouldn't really be a problem. Because if you're spreading out the launch, you don't really need to you don't really need the beacons. Was my original idea. Okay, hopefully we can... Is there any way to get landfill? That might work. I don't think it will. By unmoduled, you mean... Oh, yeah. I guess they would still have those. Those do get kind of pricey. That would basically be the equivalent of getting 1 extra rocket launch at the cost of not having to do the beacons. They would also take ages. Oh, these are the wrong thing. Yeah, we also have to consider the fact that they would take ages to actually craft that much. So who knows? I think either works. I don't really know how bad the attacks are going to be. I really just want to be prepared, somewhat. You don't know if it does anything strange about what? Strange about what? I don't think it changes how prod modules work. And it has expensive mode, so that slightly increases the cost of modules, but there's not like a direct increase in cost of modules or anything. Like, that stuff all works normally. Okay, well that was great. What did you want to try with chem plants? Are you going to try to make something that passes fuel through the other side of a chem plant? Because that's always fun. To do it for, like, to make right angles. Okay, well, I mean, we have more power. That's what matters. We have less crude, but that's what the speed modules are for. I think we'll balance it out. Okay, I think we're okay. So now we need to figure out what is wrong with our base and why are we not producing nearly as many blue chips as I should be. Like, what is happening to our red chips? It doesn't make sense. We don't consume anything anywhere. It could just be that we lost like a third or 80% of our production because of expensive mode. Yeah, exactly. It is a great way to confuse me. It also didn't happen until like 90% of the way through the run. Like, literally the final stream is when it kicked in, when we were trying to get the rocket parts. So we just all of a sudden had everything we build drop to like 20 to 40% of its production capacity. Because the ratios are now just completely off. It was very, very cruel. Have we produced any RCs recently? Oh, we have. I didn't realize we were actually still producing. So we're not as limited as I thought. But yeah, these just aren't running very well. It's sad because like I see a lot of green chips producing. Which means we should be doing okay. Although that is definitely gonna limit it. What else can we do? Okay, I think we can split off here. Maybe loop them back to there. That could work. Wait, I think we're already doing that, right? Oh, we're literally already doing that. Okay. So maybe the issue is that we just sideloaded something. Yeah, at least these are built in somewhat of the proper ratio. Because this was the only build we've made since expensive mode was discovered. Everything before that kind of happened after. So we're also limited on red chips. So that's the thing that we haven't figured out. I feel like this should have more than enough red chips. Is this going somewhere else? Don't think it is. I mean, I guess technically they have plenty buffered for a rocket launch. But I really just want to know what the issue is with this. Well, most of the is it a plastic bottleneck? No, it's... Yeah, okay. It's because they're producing half as much. What about these? Can we repurpose these? Ah, okay. So we do have capacity here that we could theoretically take. So if we split this off... I think we can flip that. We can recover these red chips, which I think is a fair amount of production. And then I could go through these labs because we have established we're not really using them. We can go up, and then we can just connect the red chips to the original red chip lane. I think that'll work well. Sorry, I have to take a lot of like breaths to say, or a lot of pauses to say stuff, just because my sinuses have been really bad. It's a rough allergy season this year, so definitely lots of gaps where I just say something and then stop for a bit. It's a little bit better now, but it's still problematic. Okay, I mean, it's doing its best. Now we do have some green chips here we could potentially repurpose, right? Oh my gosh, that is a lot of red chips. We could possibly repurpose these too. Because I feel like there's a lot of production on the table here that I should not sacrifice. There we go. I feel like this normally wouldn't be a lot of production, but hey, we don't need a ton of red chips. They're one of the things you need probably in the smallest amounts for launch compared to like green chips and junk. I think we can technically go through here, although it is definitely pushing it. But yeah, if we sideload that, assuming that this is pure red chips, I think we're good. There are tables somewhere that lists all the recipes that differ in expensive mode. Not that I know of. Do pipes vary? Oh my god, they do. They use twice as much iron. Wild. But yeah, I'm not sure where the table is. I know it's basically just most intermediate. Anything that you craft with like one or two materials seems to be different. All the high level materials are the same, except for like LDS, where they feel the same. I guess technically blue chips are different, but like barely. They use twice as much acid, but like, does that really matter? Yeah, I imagine someone has a list somewhere. Most of our base is already built and not flexible enough for us to change it, so we haven't worried too much about it. I think we should beacon these. Oops, that was a mistake. I would absolutely love to beacon blue chips just in case they start to back up, though. Okay, that's some more production. Not a lot. That's enough. Batteries cost more acid? Okay, if batteries cost more acid, that is actually a fair amount of acid. I could see that being kind of pricey. So we need chem plants. We need cliff explosives. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. I forgot we never got cliff explosives because it felt against the spirit of things to be able to destroy cliffs. I think that's why we did it. I think it was a chat vote and people didn't want me using it. I think I regret it, but technically that is what happened. And then we need beacons, which really just need copper cables right now. Which we should just be able to get from anywhere, but obviously that ain't happening. So what if we just run down this line? There's one more, and one more. Okay, so we'll decon these, and then we'll replace them later, if we can remember it. That way they can prioritize this stuff, which I don't think it's really going to matter. But just in case we send enough red chips, I would like them to be able to produce a little bit faster. Because they could theoretically produce... Well, let's see, they're doing -10, and they're going to go to a decent amount more. Yeah, I think it's worth it. If we could move this, we could actually power one more with it. But I don't think I'm that worried about batteries. I don't even know where our batteries are going. I think almost entirely to accumulators, which are basically done producing. Yeah, these should bump up to like 0.8 or something, maybe 0.9. So that should be a decent improvement. Okay, so we still need to actually set up our satellite production. So I don't really know how to make satellites. I don't make them enough to ever remember the recipe. Okay, we'll just delete those and we'll replace them. But I imagine we'll be able to figure it out. Okay, so satellite here. I know it needs rocket fuel. Oh my gosh, and my hotbar was changed again. Excellent. As expected. What else do we need? Oh gosh. Oh, we can search. Awesome. We don't need RCs. We do need LDS. Okay. That one can be a regular belt. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, we have LDS, and then processing units. I guess we can just kind of filter out processing units, right? So this kind of works. They will be deprioritized after these, so this might actually not get that many up here. I don't think we have enough production for this to actually be balanced. We'll see. I might have to change the prio a bit. At least this doesn't have any issues with speed mods. Okay, so I'll get processing units. So now we need radars. Radars we can just handcraft, right? We only need 50. Actually, I think we have a chest with them. So if we can get solar panels and accumulators up there, everything's looking nice. The real question is, how do we do that? Because solar panels are over here, which are very far away. Oh gosh. Okay, you know what? Let's just see if we can do it. I believe. We're just gonna cut through the base without planning, because honestly that usually works pretty well. I feel like the less you plan, the more you are blessed by the spaghetti gods. That's my experience so far. So if you just kind of YOLO it, you're much more likely to get something through the base than if you plan. Because otherwise, you're just not really embracing the spaghetti as you should be, you know? You gotta fully embrace it. And then if you can destroy things as you build it, even better. I don't understand how he overproduced yellow science that much. Okay, technically works. I think. Let's see. You do remember the recipe now, and you usually put the satellite maker right next to the rocket silo or between two silos because LDS and rocket fuel is already there. And you can bring processing units conveniently together with LDS from Yellow Science. Yeah, that's definitely a good spot for it. I'm trying to just kind of buffer them in a chest right now. Or at least that's the plan. Otherwise, they would be direct feeding into a silo for sure. Okay, that seems good. Okay, I think we can technically start outputting it and start building silos. Or start building these. Let's see if this actually works. There's a slim chance that these actually get output properly. Oh good, explosion scare. One of my favorite so far. And then we need to figure out why this isn't getting green chips. Oh my gosh. Wait, how is this ever getting green chips? Oh, because I was getting it from two different spots. This one was the second supplement. This one was the first. No? I don't know how this was ever getting green chips. Where did it get them from? Oh, these are priode. Okay. We don't need that. I get it now. The accumulators output wrong side? What do you mean? They're side loaded, so if they're outputting on the wrong side, that means that would only matter if there's like an accidental underground somewhere. It doesn't seem like a problem, but we force a side load here. Ah, I see what you. Oh, I see. You thought I wanted to output there or something. I probably could have. Okay, so solar panels have not been buffering, so that is a little bit unfortunate, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. Oh my gosh, never mind. We need way more accumulators and stuff than I thought we did. Yikes. So we're gonna disable all of these because we need to start making more satellites. Out of all the things I thought would be a bottleneck, satellites was not one of them. And then let's see if we can get enough radars. Yeah, I really just want to expand my base, but I don't think that's happening. How are my buffer chests? They're starting to fill up, but they can last a little bit longer. We definitely have radars automated, right? Actually, no. Why would I think radars are automated? Why would they be automated? That would be silly. We didn't know we needed them until, like, day. Well, until we revisited this. Okay, so we need 100 radars then, right? No, no. Radars I read right. We only need about 60. 50? I think 50. Huh. Well, that's, I needed that. Ooh. Ooh, wait, why did that hurt me? Oh, you take damage if it's full? I thought it only took damage if you couldn't pick it up. Well, that's cruel. Then again, that's the mod in a nutshell. Don't know why I'd expect things to be different. Okay, so solar panels I don't think are actually connected properly. I think there's a break in the belt. And the break has to do with... it didn't have to do with the spaghetti, so that's good. I was in the right to trust in the spaghetti. It had to do with a smart belt issue. Classic. Gotta love smart belt problems. Okay, well these are running... Actually, how fast are they running? Speed modules are producing 20... Okay, processing units were producing 26 a minute. Okay, yeah, our base is terrible. I really thought the band-aids we put on it would make it at least kind of work fine, but it's still trash. I also think there's just a lot of coins that are causing things to not run, but it's not a huge problem because we're limited by these. Let's see, you're pointing to a spreadsheet about expensive mode recipes. LDS consumes more plastic. Wait, steam engine. Oh, For some reason, I was thinking he meant steam engines running. Steam engines, burner miners, miners, assembler 2s are also more expensive. Are they? Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. 50 iron plates instead of 20. And that's not just more expensive, because, and it's also even more expensive when you consider the intermediates that go into it. That's rough. I don't know where these are going. Are we still making bots or something? Why are we still making bots? Oh, right, because they get destroyed every now and then. But I think we have 1,000. We're good. Yeah, by default, links aren't allowed. What is that a link to? Did you post it in my Discord or something? Hello, Golden Airwolf. Welcome, welcome. Is this Death World? No. So this is an April Fool's mod. We didn't start it until like June, so we're playing it a bit late. That causes a bunch of random things to happen as you unlock technologies. So if you type what we know so far, or sorry, I'll just type it because I actually need to open it. Here is a long list of pain that we've unlocked. Let's see, let's switch to my other account so I can actually edit it. There we go. We unlocked something called Golden Goose. I don't actually know what that one does, so let's add a row below. Golden Goose, and just add a bunch of question marks, because it is technically something we unlocked. Yeah, so this is a scenario, an April Fool scenario. All of our mining is done below. All of our processing is done above. They make it that you can't mix and match them, so you have to do the furnaces below. As we mine stuff, things can cave in, so expansions are really slow. Our character just randomly explodes. We drop coins everywhere. And then biters can walk on water. Those are the main things that are annoying right now. There's also expensive mode. That was not added until very recently, and it is incredibly annoying because it broke every single build we had that was properly ratioed. And we're currently in the process of trying to expand rockets, so that way we can actually, start stuff. Which I do want to launch a single rocket. I think we can do that now. Yeah, the Discord has a link to what we need to launch, or a link to should have download links for it. There's also a weird issue with the UI. I don't know why, but for some reason there's been this purple square that keeps appearing today. See, also biters and worms appear out of nowhere. So that's the random explosions. I guess it's even more scary when I say it's random explosions, and also the explosions sometimes contain biters. Yeah, it's effectively Death World in that sense. We're pretty close to behemoth biters, which is terrifying. We do have to make a backup save as well, because there's a very good chance we're going to die from this. So let's make that. There we go. And then we'll go back to this one. Because currently my plan is to launch all the rockets pretty close to each other, since supposedly when we launch them it summons a huge horde. So I'm terrified, but I do want to find out what that's like. Okay, and this should put us 1/10 of the way to victory, which is fantastic. Explosives are more expensive, but that shouldn't matter, really? Yeah, does that affect anybody if explosives are more expensive? Okay, so maybe that will tell us something. Okay, that's good. We have a total count. That's a good start. But yeah, I was told that summons biters. Maybe they're not too bad. It's really hard to say. But these are filling now. What are we supposed to do with the space science? Should I just buffer it? I guess I should just buffer it. Like, what else am I gonna do with it? I don't care about it. Which is weird. I'm literally launching silos just to finish the rocket. We have no purpose for space science. With this mod, we just don't know. Honestly, yeah, a lot of it is just we don't know, and we'll never know. But on the bright side, oil's looking good now. We finally have enough petroleum, I think. We're most likely doomed, but maybe not. Exactly. That's the spirit. Okay, so RCUs are working... They're working okay. And then I think if we do this... That doesn't work. I think we're just going to delete these. We changed the priority a little bit. But yeah, we do dumb scenarios or mods most Mondays. Or sometimes they're just silly challenges. This one is just taking way longer than I expected, so we took a break from it for a couple weeks, which is why we haven't accomplished a ton today, because I don't remember anything. One chest is enough, but hand move the white science pack. It has a huge stack size. They move fast enough. We're not launching silos. We're not launching rockets very fast. I don't see hordes of biters, which terrifies me. That is absolutely terrifying, because it means if I launch another right now, we might just die. Which would be even worse. How do we do this? Okay, I think we can filter them out here. We can do coins. I like how we're double filtering the coins. There we go. And then, why don't we have any? Oh, and our inventory is unfiltered again. Excellent. Every now and again, it changes the filtering for our inventory, which is very confusing. I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. Do you have a safety save? I do have one safety save, yes. So if we fail miserably, we can change our plan and roll back next week. With finished maybe 2. So that one does have biters not, rockets not launched. Just in case I need it. It would be nice if we just keep upgrading flammables. At least until it stops using yellow science. Okay. Yeah, we're a ways away. We really need more blue chips. Is there anything I can do with my current design that will let me get more blue chips? Copper. More copper will fix it. Well, not fix it, but it looks like we're currently limited by copper. Everywhere. Okay. Iron is good, so these chips are producing well enough. We never actually... Wait, what was that? Unorganized recipes level 3. Okay, that's fine. So we don't actually need much steel. I don't think steel is a problem. Normally it would be, but since steel is just so far from being our bottleneck, I'm pretty sure we're okay. Because we produce 12k LDS. We have enough for 1, 2... This is enough for about 2 rockets. Plus another, like 3 or 4. So we have half of our rockets worth of LDS already buffered. And it looks like we have plenty of steel as it is. So, like, normally, yeah, you would need that, but since that's not our bottleneck, we don't have to worry about it. We're very much limited by... Oh my gosh, rocket fuel still has not made its way across the gap. I mean, that's fine, because rocket fuel produces so fast, but it's not great. I feel like we don't actually have a rocket fuel buffer, do we? Yeah, that's fine. Rocket fuel produces fast, we just established that. And that's unmineable. Ghosts being unmineable are rough. Yeah, they do. So I guess we add 10 per, like, take 1 more away from that. That's not too bad. Trust me, the plastic, LDS is not the problem. I can guarantee LDS is not the thing that is limiting our launches. We don't need to check anything with that. I'm very, very confident that we have other issues before LDS will be a problem. The plastic ratios have been changed. We have fixed it. Red chip line, I know we're missing copper. It's like, I know what the bottleneck is, so we're good. It's just a matter of we have to actually build it, and we also have to fix the green chip lane to consume more copper. But the biggest issue is just that copper is starting to deplete, so we need to go mine some more. Yeah, we'll be okay. We will be okay. The biggest issue is in the mines more than anything at this point, now that things are starting to pick up again. Okay. Not like that. And then we should probably fix these. That way once we do get copper, they start running. How about engines and steel? Why would I need engines and steel? Those aren't needed for launching. Unless we're just like buffering engines somewhere. We're good. I don't think they're needed for launching at all. Steel engines? Yeah, steel engines. We'll steal the engines and turn them into a rocket. Perfect. But yeah, we don't need those. Those are just for research, fortunately. So yeah, the biggest issue right now is just trying to figure out why we are in fact not producing as much copper as we should. So this is not getting enough copper. That's weird. This one's just not getting anything. Okay, well that's one mystery solved. Okay. Oh, we're starting to deplete the patches. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. You're not used to having to produce rockets, but not blue, purple, yellow science. Yeah, it's a weird bottleneck, but it's definitely how this mod seems to be sometimes. Okay, iceberg shifts, nothing new. We do have spinning world though from the previous one. That's rough. Okay, so we just need to go to a new patch, so that's fairly reasonable to do. This one is the closest, I think. The closest large one. So we need more drills. We need a lot of... We don't need this many chests. We should grab some... we don't really need one. What do brain engineers do again? They steal brains. If rocket surgeons steal rockets, then brain surgeons steal brains. I thought this was pretty straightforward. Everybody knows that. Also, don't we have, like, a decent amount of solar panels somewhere? Yeah, we can repurpose these. Make sure you insert the 4 module 3 into the silo, and ideally modules into the RCU makers. We do have those as well, don't worry. We're good on that. Those have been there since last stream. Because last stream we did actually launch a rocket. We just didn't realize we needed to launch multiple rockets. So that's what this stream has been about. We actually need those walls. Yeah, most of this stream has been scrambling to just make things work. We don't need most of this. We don't need the pipes, we don't need this. We do need bots, we don't need the burners. Okay, okay. Yeah, the new bottleneck is raw ore. But I know once the raw ore kicks up again, our bottleneck is going to be assembling machines. So we'll have to figure out how to make that work. I think we might have to dismantle science and replace it with assembly machines. Because I don't think we can realistically expand our base. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could decon our science makers. Because I think this could get us a lot more green chips. This could get us a lot more green chips. Then we have some space here. Okay, and then we have all the labs. We need power poles. Good. We're doing a lot of upgrades. We also need splitters. There we go. Regular splitters and fast splitters. We need one set of fast inserters, but not really. And then we should have an underground chest somewhere. Perfect. Okay, and then we should have another underground chest and another set of splitters. Okay, I think that's everything we need to go expand our base. Awesome. Check that science isn't consuming resources. It's not. It shouldn't be, at least. If it is consuming resources, it's not consuming a lot, so it's not a problem. We've limited most of them chest size wise, so everything's already fully backed up. If it is still consuming resources, the chest will have filled up by now. And then purple, yellow science I already disabled manually. So the only thing that could technically be consuming resources is red, but we are backed up like 10k science there. Yeah, the support walls are definitely weird. I don't love them. Mostly because they're tricky to deal with. What's weird is this isn't getting us that much copper. Like, why was this never a red belt? Oh, you're right. I forgot lamps. I mean, I don't strictly need lamps, but chat likes the lamps because it means they can actually see things. I also like the lamps because it means I can see things, but honestly, if it weren't for the people watching, I probably would just deal with it. Cannot teleport. Okay, this is this is underneath the lake. Awesome. Yeah, no, the lamps are good. I definitely like the lamps. Where do we keep them though? I really want to know where my junk went. We had so much stuff in our inventory and we just dumped it in a chest somewhere and we have not found it since. I really don't know where we put it. And radars? Radars are a bit trickier because I don't have those. I don't have many of those. Maybe I can craft a couple. It would be nice to at least have one at every mine. See, where are radars? It's so hard to find anything here. Okay, cool. Roboport radars would be nice. Yeah, I noticed that in the Friday Facts, they were talking about Roboports and radar vision, or something like that. Are they adding radar vision to Roboports? Is that what that means? Because that sounds so convenient. Because I forget to place radars. They are cool. Yeah, that's super exciting then. Usually you waste a lot of time in organizing all your junk into the right chest in the mall. Yeah, I definitely do not do that. There are a couple things that would be nice if I did do it that way, but it's not a high priority at all. Okay, so we're going to the copper lane up and to the left. Awesome. Factorio 2 Roboports will have near radar vision, smaller radius. Really, a smaller radius? I figured the radius would be the size of their construction. Maybe that is the smaller than a radar? I don't actually know how much a radar gives. It feels less than a Roboport size to me, but that is a complete guess. Yeah, I think that's very exciting then. Honestly, just a lot of the changes they're making are just super nice for any form of like long run or modded run. Like an overhaul mod. Pretty much every change they announce, I'm like, oh geez, that would have been really nice to have in space exploration, but you know, the whole point of me doing space exploration is I wanted to play it before the expansion, so I couldn't really wait. That would defeat the purpose. So yeah, it's I'm very excited for those changes. There's like probably a dozen of them by now that I'm very hyped for. The actual expansion, I'm looking forward to, but don't care nearly as much about as these quality of lives. Yeah, exactly. It's literally just quality of life mod the game. There is nothing more than quality of life. If they added nothing more than that, I would be content. Yeah, the robot changes, very exciting. The variable recipes, probably pretty high up on my list. That'll be very nice for making like mining outposts and mining trains and stuff. In space exploration. Their vision will be 2 chunks. Okay. How large is a chunk anyway? It's like 20 tiles or something, right? So it is going to be smaller than their radiate range. Or not. Oh, wait, let's see. Raybar gives 5x5 chunk, Roboport area is 3.5 by 3.5, but isn't chunk aligned? Interesting. How does that work? Is it 32 by 32? Okay, they are way larger than I thought. Never mind. Okay, so we're good then. Okay, let's turn on bots. Perfect. I just realized we don't actually have a blueprint for this that I'm happy with. So we started adding more walls to the blueprints at some point. So I want to take care of that right now before it collapses on me. Was it too late? No, it wasn't. Okay, cool. Okay, so this should be good. And then we can fill in every gap with a wall, because that gives us a lot more flexibility for how much of our base we can cover. Okay, select new contents. Perfect. Actually, we can do 2 more up there. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, that should give us a lot more flexibility for covering patches. Let's see, Roboport logistic area is 50 by 50, so the Roboport always has vision of that, but not the whole 110 by 110. Okay. I guess that's alright. Kind of disappointing. I feel like I care. It would be nice if they had the whole range, but I guess radar still exists, so it's not a huge deal. Huh. That was a lot of biters. That was a lot of biters in one spot. Do you think we can make it back? I don't think we can make it back. Yeah, the radars will still be cheap. It's more of just, I always forget to place things, so I was hoping Roboports would just allow me to keep my base running as it normally does. Yeah, we did open a biter chamber. So, as we, mine rocks, there's a chance a biter spawner can appear there. But even worse, whenever you destroy a biter spawner, it summons 10 or 20 big biters, which is a lot when you're not combat prepared for that. I'm actually kind of concerned how we're going to get our corpse, because we don't have any armor right now, and all of our ability to get more armor is kind of up there. I'm hoping that we can react fast enough, but that might not happen. We also forgot power poles, but that's okay. We can place them on the way back. Okay, so we'll obviously need to click on our corpse, I think, to make it that it's highlighted when we get there, because otherwise we stand no chance. Oh gosh. I was trying to cut a shortcut through. That is the worst possible timeline there. Hold up. Ah! Oh, okay, so that backfired. That backfired bad. We need a new plan. We need a new plan. Let's see. We can get grenades. We can buy weapons. Maybe that will help. I know we have a chest somewhere with 4,000 coins, right? I think the storage chest. Because someone earlier mentioned just deconning all the coins on the ground. That's what we did. That's why we have 4,000 here. I could get heavy armor. I mean, we can also just buy power armor. And then maybe a shield for it. Yeah, we can afford that. We can also buy a rocket launcher. That might help. We can buy a tank, right? Isn't that an option? Okay, we could theoretically just buy a tank and a bunch of them. Yeah, that's true. But we can also buy power. So we have to choose between a tank or armor. Do I think I can realistically fight with a tank? That's the real question. And I'm going to go with no. I don't trust myself. So maybe rockets. Where's the rocket launcher, though? I'm assuming I can buy the rocket launcher, right? Yeah. Okay, let's hope this works. I don't know if that's a lot. I don't know if that's enough. But it's worth a shot. Odds are slim. Odds are slim? Oh, you mean if we did undergrounds with the tank? Yeah. Also, the spitter escaped. He escaped captivity. Oh, that does a lot more damage than I thought. Oh, that was a mistake. We're okay. We only destroyed part of the base. Yeah, that's we've never I guess we've never summoned a fighter down here that killed us yet. You believe you've seen me handling a car? Yeah, that's true. I'm an excellent driver. We know this. This isn't news. I'm very good at driving a car. Yes, sir. Okay, so we know there's a spawner. I don't know if that's hitting it or not, though. I do fully expect that we're going to be destroying a lot of conveyor belts right now, and we might cause a cave-in, but I think that's worth it. I think this is going all right. Yeah! Look at that! I don't even have to, Oh gosh. Why is there a spitter? Hold on, maybe we should save the celebrations. Ah! Okay. The spitter scared me. I was not prepared for that. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, we managed. That worked decently. Can we just build over that? Can I just, like, bury my corpse now? I feel like I can. Okay, flawless. Nothing went wrong there. And now we have backup armor, which we need to make sure we take off us and put somewhere else in the base. But we do have backup armor. Is all the water... So technically there are oil patches down below, but when he made the mod, he forgot... When he did that, I believe he forgot that you can't actually place assembling machines down below. So they weren't useful. So they existed, but they didn't do anything because there is no physical way to mine them. There is a patch for the mod that lets you craft a barreling machine specifically down below, but by the time that was added, we already had plenty of oil. But yeah, there are 6% patches down below that we can grab. A lot of them. They're like way below the minimum, I think. It's really not helpful. But yeah, we do technically have patches down here that we can use. Okay, we only mined half the patch, or covered half the patch. Cool. I wonder how the surface is going. We should have vision of the surface in one of these buttons. Oh wait, no, it's down here. There we go. Ah, there we go. Aren't you glad that I just added that vision? It tells us so much about the happenings of the world above. Very useful. Okay, we don't need this stuff. I'm glad we can just place chests everywhere because they're dirt cheap. Okay, we know what to do now. Yep, that works. Maybe a little bit pricey, but I like it. Does that mean you can't mine uranium? I guess not. Not unless I go to the new patch. Oh, come on. Rip. Have you considered a tank? Yes. We didn't have enough money to buy a tank and a rocket. So that's why we didn't use a tank. Now we don't have enough money for either. So hopefully we can get back to our armor. Hello there, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. This is a lot more dying than I planned to do. Also, we have a bit of time. I'm gonna bring power poles as I go up, because I do have a backup plan. I was gonna say I have a backup plan involving laser turrets, but I don't actually have that, do I? Also, we don't have heavy armor research. If we bring that, that could also be nice. That'll help us get to our corpse at least. Okay, I didn't realize backup armor didn't require copper. Must be thinking space exploration. Okay, so we needed power poles, right? Yeah, because I wanted to bring power as I went, so that way I could see. Can't you just craft one? Craft what? Power armor? Or a tank? I don't think we have the research. So possibly we can craft one, but I'm not sure if we have enough science. Yeah, we could theoretically start researching it. But also a modular armor? Modular armor is not that good. There's really no reason to have it. Like, unless I just am desperate to get my corpse back. Like, if I fail too many times, sure, but... I think we defeated most of the biters. Because I'm pretty sure what killed me... Oh! Oh! So we just got an upgrade to that. That's terrifying. That isn't something I anticipated. So that is from Explosion Scare. It spawns biters, I think, randomly. It's absolutely terrifying. I don't like it. And when we don't have body armor, it doesn't auto get destroyed. Oh, wait. Ah! How do we find our corpse in the dark? Oh gosh. There's been too many pop-ups, so I can't actually click on my corpse that easily. Okay. Okay, we grabbed the wrong armor. Okay, I think we'll be okay. But it auto-equipped the wrong one. Pause? We can't pause. That's not an option. Okay. Can we build roboports underground? Yeah, but this is really far, and we don't really have a roboport network, so practically speaking, it doesn't do much. Okay. We're good for a bit. Can I build... I don't think... I'm not sure. We haven't tried because it was never useful. Yeah, you can't build a power plant down below. Yeah, no, I figured that's what you want. I figured that's what the roboports were for. But I have personal robots as well. But honestly, repairs aren't that important. The only thing repairs really do is make it look nicer for the people that get bothered by the repair symbols. So that's not... It's not something that bothers me, so I don't worry about it. I don't even know if I have enough repair packs on me. But yeah, uranium, anything that requires liquid, technically, no, I can't do underground, even if I can place them. And that's because I haven't updated the mod to include that, because there's just no reason for me to care at that point. By the time the mod was updated, we just didn't need any liquids underground. But yeah, anything with a liquid we should be able to do underground now. Chem plants we couldn't really process down here, but we can barrel like sulfuric acid and send it back up if we really wanted to. There we go. Okay, I think that looks alright. Inventory is very full, as usual. Early on, I really liked these resources that I was getting because I desperately needed them. But now they're just kind of not great. I definitely don't love it. Okay, we missed in a couple spots. Yeah, our personal roboports are definitely... Not personal roboports. Our personal laser turrets are definitely carrying the run a little bit because they're the only thing that defeats the biters that automatically spawn on our body. Which, we have like 7 of them because, like I said, they're very useful. Okay, now we have vision again. Awesome. Oh crap. Ah! No! My hotbar was swapped with something else. I was trying to prevent the cave-in. Yeah, that's true. Trying to stack those coins. We need to get 100k again still, right? I guess that's not really an important goal, but it is a fun goal. Okay, so we can probably get 2 lanes out of this. I like how we were just able to see a biter walking across the water, who's just clearly on his way to try to end my base. Okay, so I think if we do some upgrades, we'll be good. Oh, we're right. We're out of drills because I kept throwing grenades. That makes sense. Also, can we place these? Okay, so we can't do chem plants underground. I guess we don't need those drills. We'll just repurpose these ones into a shorter lane. It's not like we're that limited by this section anyway, because this should be more than enough resources. Also, this used to be a pure copper patch, but I think since we defeated biters, it became a not so pure copper patch. What would that be? It became an impure patch. Maybe that's not the best description. But yeah, biters drop into ores when you destroy them. So I think that's what causes a lot of patches to become mixed over time. Okay, I guess I can do a compressor down here. Although we should realistically be able to get like 3 belts out of this. Yeah, I wanted it to connect there. Actually, maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can connect there. Oh yeah, never mind. We're good. We're totally good. And then I guess we'll have another, because why not? Okay, so if we can connect this back, we can get a 3rd copper lane, but I think we're okay for now. The real question is, why is this backed up? I feel like something's off. Oh, remember when we spawned a biter in the middle of our base? I think he might have eaten a couple belts. It was nice. I mean, it seemed like it could be nice, because theoretically it meant that you could create drills on the surface to, like, help you get resources. But then I realized they're very spread out as they happen, so it wasn't actually that useful. Or it didn't end up being that useful because they were too spread out to be worth the resources to mine them. Although you could theoretically, if you place the drills well enough, it could be like an auto mining setup. It just, the drills would constantly be replaced by biters, by bots as they were eaten. So I don't know how well it would have worked, but I like the idea of it. Okay, so this can do output prio and get us 2 full belts of copper. Okay, that takes so long. So yeah, if anyone's wondering why we have such high mining speed and stuff like that, that's why. Because even with mining speed improvements, it still takes like 15 to... I mean, when we don't die, it takes about 15 minutes to build an expansion to the mines, which is a very long time. Like, that is a long time for a single patch. So it used to take an hour, and it also only used to get us like 10k ore anytime we did it. So we have some improvements, because those times work if you're, you know, playing with a group. They don't work so well if you're solo. Because I would spend... it would have taken me like 50 hours probably to make enough drills, and that's assuming no consumption on the surface for taking care of biters. So yeah, it would have been at least like 50 hours extra, I think. That's my estimate. Things are starting to back up, so that's nice. Except for blue chips, which just aren't running at all for some reason. I think they're just so backed up with coins. We need to redesign that. This was a fun idea. It did not work in practice because a single coin breaks it. Actually, we didn't need to get rid of those. Okay. So yeah, let's fix this real quick. That's the wrong weapon. Okay, let's actually put a chest here with backup stuff. There we go. Why don't I just plop down filter inserters? Because I don't know where the coin... You never know where the coins are going to appear, right? So filter inserters work if the coins are here, but if the coins are here, filter inserters are too late in the chain. So I need to account for not breaking at any point, not just at the beginning. Hold on, for some reason I can't change weapons. There we go. But yeah, filter inserters would work, but I also walk across this a lot, so that's why I didn't want to do filter inserters. Okay, so theoretically, if we just sideload this, we should be okay. Production-wise. Okay. You can do input, 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 input. Because yeah, I don't think our throughput's high enough to have more than one red belt. And if it is, we can always add a supplement easily enough. Yeah, now we can just have a filter inserter at the end. A lot more realistically. Okay. Filtered for grabbing coins. Awesome. And then I'm not entirely sure where they're supposed to go. I think there. Wow, these are very low on chips. Honestly, maybe I should do a supplement later on, because I don't actually know how many chips we're producing. I think that helps, right? Okay, and now of course, now that the belt's starting to be empty, we didn't really gain a ton for that supplement. But at least we're getting enough copper. Never mind, we're not getting enough copper still. I think we just need another copper lane. Although no, this just isn't producing fast enough. I think that's because it's mining a lot of iron right now. But it looks like we do have the space to expand this. Actually, wait a minute. Where does this get copper? Oh, that gets copper from somewhere else. Okay. Next up on the evil list, instead of randomizing the inserter direction, only scramble source target and let the base stay normal. What does that mean? Does that mean that I wouldn't be able to tell if it was broken? Is that the idea? Like it would make the inserters diagonal, but the inserters will look the same? But they'll function differently? Yeah, that is evil. Why would you suggest this? Why are you so cruel? Okay, input priority is good. We're not getting enough fuel. At all, actually. We're not getting any fuel. Wait, what? Did we completely exhaust the coal? Oh. Okay. We need a coal belt. Oh, it's so far. Oh, that is so far. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, at least we figured it out. But yeah, we've completely exhausted a coal patch. There was a long time where we just weren't using a ton of coal, so we just had a ton buffered. And we just must have ran through it. There's a possibility I have a giant coal system somewhere. Nope, it's emptied itself. Yep. So we just need coal. We could send solid fuel down here, but the thing is we also need plastic, so it's not a huge deal. Once we connect this copper patch, I think we'll be good. or once we connect the coal patch, I think we'll be good. Because we don't use a ton for smelting. So I think we'll be okay. Although, this is just a red belt. I don't know, we'll see. First things first though, coal, because we need that regardless. Right. We didn't actually need to do that. But it's hard to tell which blocks what, or what blocks what. Okay, splitter, and this needs to be upgraded to a fast loader, I imagine. Which we actually have. Cool. So that should give us enough coal, which I think gets outputted at the top too if we need it for smelting. I don't know if we have enough for plastic. We really have been relying on buffers for a while. Didn't realize we were relying that heavily on it though. That's the main problem. And then we're not filtering out coins or any other junk. I think that's fine though, because this should be prioritized over the other chests. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. You know Bob's adjustable inserters, where you can set the source target through a GUI. It allows you to set the source to the front and target in the back, effectively creating a backwards inserter. Oh, that would be... Is that useful? Is there any situation where that's useful? I think that would be useful in mods, like space exploration or something. Anything that has like a recycle loop, you could use that. Or Cobrex. That would be cool. Probably not a ton of use outside of that, though. Oh, we do still have some coal. That's why we're not completely starving. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, looks like we won't finish this one until next week. I completely forgot how terrible it is to expand. Like, I knew we could launch today theoretically if our base was running at the speed it was last time. But yeah, everything kind of stopping because we run out of resources and taking, like, probably will be 2 full hours of expansions by the time we actually launch. Complicates it. Just a tad. I wonder if I could do solid fuel realistically. We do need more... Technically, I don't need more red belts. I could set this up with 2 yellow belts. I think I'm gonna do that. It is a lot... It is slower to build, but... It's okay. It's okay. We'll do power poles later. Yeah, 2 belts is obviously slower than 1 belt. Okay. We're getting pretty good at clearing our inventory. That's not a useful skill, but... You know, it's something. Yeah, when we have to do 2 wide, we have to, you know, mine twice as many rocks, which adds up a lot. Now, if I could somehow get the exact distance of an underground in my head, we could mine significantly fewer rocks. But I don't think it would be that worth it. And we'll just shoot some rockets. Yeah, the rockets are a great investment. 7 coins for that, per rocket. Considering we get like 1,000 every time we try to build a new patch, very worth it. But yeah, if we had a good idea, a good way of like visualizing stuff, we could definitely skip every other rock. But with how fast mining happens, it wouldn't really be that worth it. Just something we could do. Yeah, I've never really used them. Ooh, we could get some rocket shooting speed, huh? Shooting speed. Wait, what's rocket shooting speed? Is it just called shooting speed, but like a higher tier? Ah, there we go. Yeah, let's get a 50% boost. What's nice is we also kind of destroy rocks as we do this, although that's not a huge benefit. It's just something that technically happens. Biters spawn so frequently out of rocks, though. It's terrifying. It wasn't that scary because it used to just be medium biters, but now that it's big biters, it's rough. If they ever get to behemoth biters, we're doomed. I'm pretty sure those were destroyed by residual acid. I don't think we left a biter up there, but we'll have to double check. Usually use normal rockets because the splash damage hurts too much. Yeah, I can see that. The issue is that it spawns 10 biters on top of each other, so I want the splash damage to weaken the big biters as soon as they spawn. Otherwise, we'd probably do the same. But since it's not the base I care about destroying, it wouldn't accomplish much, I don't think. Can we even make rockets? I don't even know if we can make rocket. Yeah, we technically don't have rocketry unlocked. We've just been buying rockets because they're cheaper. Does it deal more damage? It does deal a little bit more single target damage, so maybe it could be better if I get it fast enough. I love how fast these expansions are. They don't take long at all. Okay. Okay, they're weakened enough. Yeah, belts are cheap. I think it's worth it. Okay. So I'm going to actually make a copy of this blueprint, and in this original one, I'm actually going to remove drills from it because drills are the expensive thing right now. And I just need to start filling this thing with walls, but just in case more biters spawn, I want to be able to just kind of place cheap stuff on the path, like that. I don't want to destroy my few miners with rockets, but I am totally fine destroying walls and, well, walls aren't great, but walls are the things we need. But yeah, I'm totally fine destroying. Wait, is this where it goes? I'm totally fine destroying lamps and junk. Okay, and then we have to run over here, place a bunch of stuff in a chest. At least our rockets do destroy the chest. That's nice. Unfortunate. We expanded too fast there. Oh my gosh, that's because these are all ghosts. We didn't expand too fast. We just turned off our bots on accident. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, okay. I don't know what effect this is that causes this, but one of the effects forces all blueprints to be absolute, which I just think is mean. Like, I don't really know how I'm supposed to work with that. There we go. But I'm pretty sure that's one of the effects, at least. I don't know which one it would be. None of them really sound like that's what they do, but like, it's happened multiple times, so it's clearly some effect. That's not the one that we need. I usually line this up with the drills, so it's a little tricky to place things. You know, honestly, relative absolute could be useful. Wait, what? Where is that? Is that just a random worm? But yeah, absolute could be useful. You don't remember seeing that effect? Weird. I don't know what could be causing it then. Is there like a hotkey that forces things to be Put your blueprint into the blueprints dialog. Mods can't edit them there, only in your inventory. Well, but the thing is, it's not changing the blueprint. Just changing how they place. So that's why it's confusing. I don't quite get it. I might have to ask him about it, because I'm really curious about that one. But it's happened multiple times where we just can't place a blueprint, because for some reason it's acting as relative despite saying absolute. Or sorry, other way around. still counts? Does it though? I don't know how I don't know how that would work then. Because if it's not actually like making the blueprint different, how is it making the blueprint different, I guess, is the question there. Like I don't get the difference. Nope, that's not supposed to go there. Did we get misaligned? I don't think so. Okay, how much of the patch have we covered? Oh my gosh, not, like, barely half. It's still part of the blueprint? Yes. Part of the blueprint, but not part of the blueprint. That's the part that confuses me. I guess maybe what it visually says doesn't matter. Okay, we got caught on a conveyor belt. A little bit unfortunate. We can come back with a... We can technically come back with a rocket, right? Yeah, I think we can scavenge enough coins on the ground to come back with a rocket. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we can buy the rocket. And we can buy... lots of ammo. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect. I would rather not be in this situation, but it works. Okay, and then we have backup armor, but I don't remember exactly where it is. Oh gosh, does anybody remember where I put my backup armor? I put it on the surface, right? I thought I put it on the surface next to the... one of the silos, so it would be easy to find. But... oh, wait. If it is up here... is it in my logistics network? Maybe it's fine. Power armor. It is not in the logistics network. Okay. We did have... I'm not imagining this, right? Like, this did happen? Can we confirm this is real? Probably not. Did I place it down below? How did I misplace 2 power armors and a bunch of weapons? Oh, I probably just threw them when wherever was closest when I came up. I wanted to put them next to the silo. Well, yeah. I also tried to request them, so I knew it wasn't in the network. It's probably an orange... it's probably a steel chest. That's the problem. Oh! Right. You know, we're just gonna keep on running. There's a tank up there. There we go. I was trying to lead him to turrets. We do apparently have a tank. We have 9 tanks. Why do we have 9 tanks? What in the world could possess me to get 9 tanks? Okay. Can we buy ammo for the tank? 2 shots. Sure. It's worth a shot. It lets us get closer. Sorry, had to sneeze. Where did we die? And where do we get rocket fuel? Those are the 2 questions that I need to ask. Also, can we get more coins? Another important question. Actually, we can. We can't filter for that, but we can filter for dropped tiles. Dropped items. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find fuel right now. I was hoping the 9 coal would work, but I forgot how fuel heavy the tanks are, so it wouldn't have actually been a great plan. There we go. Rocket fuel. That should be good. Let's go see if we can launch another silo while we're up here. Or launch another silo, launch another rocket while we're up here. I like how they're not automated because I couldn't figure out how to get coins to not be put on the belt. That's literally the only reason. If we can get a filter inserter, we might be able to make it work. Okay, so we can take this, we can turn it to a blacklist. There we go. Blacklist coins. And then this can stop placing LDS. Perfect. Okay. And then we can do auto launch with cargo, and then this should not be able to grab coins now. Okay, technically automated launches. Except for the fact that Smart Belt was not on our side. And misplaced some stuff. Excellent. This is going great. Okay, technically automated. I doubt we're gonna get rockets that fast, but... Oh my gosh. We're not safe yet. Where's some ammo? Okay, cool. Everything's good. Are you always using filter inserters, no filter splitter? So if I use a filter splitter, I have to use a filter splitter and then put a chest afterwards. So it doesn't really have a benefit. Splitter, one filter inserter is easier to set up than a regular inserter plus a chest plus a splitter. So the only time we generally use filter splitters is if it's a very long lane, but like for short ones, it's almost always faster to just use a regular splitter. Or to use a filter inserter. Okay, coins, perfect. We have fuel. I think we're good. Now you can just buy some tank ammo and then they'll be okay. Yeah, it would be a completely different story. Wait, where'd our tanks go? Did we already place it? Oh, we already placed it. Okay. But yeah, it would be a completely different story if inserters were fast to place, but since they can get randomly placed in the wrong direction anyway, we're a little bit skeptical of placing any inserters without a filter. Because at least if, worst case scenario, if a filter inserter gets misplaced, it at least just doesn't work generally. But if a regular inserter gets in place, sometimes it can destroy a lot of stuff. Also, I see now why this was placed. Oh my gosh, we have 2 satellites on us. Whoops. Not the end of the world, but definitely not what I meant to do. Oh my gosh, I can't see. Oh gosh. Okay, that didn't work like I thought. Why is the visibility so bad? It only has front lights. I mean, that's why the visibility is so bad. I'm just very surprised. So that didn't work great. And we're about to lose it to acid. Perfect. I think it's okay. But it didn't work like I wanted. But that's okay. Everything is fine. Okay, we managed. That's all that matters. We should have brought the different type of rocket, because we were kind of warned about the dangers of explosives. But you know what? It's fine. We survived slightly. And now let's try to get some ore out of this. I honestly, I think we have enough coal here that we can just kind of get something started and it will probably be okay. Where does this go? Here? Yeah, if we just get something hooked up, I think I'll be happy. And then bots can't destroy rocks or cliffs or anything. Well, they can destroy cliffs, I guess. I just don't have any cliffs to destroy. Okay, that connects. This connects. Put a splitter here, and then another splitter. Should work. Okay, we need to get 3 full belts out of this. Ow. Inventory is full. Okay, I think that looks alright. Well, let's empty our inventory of a bunch of junk. Why do we have so many red chips on us? Yeah, that was one of the April Fool's things to make this more annoying. That's why it takes so long to mine. If that wasn't the case, these expansions would go way faster. So yeah, that's why I've been hand mining everything. I'm not just like a fool for forgetting bots exist. They just don't work here. I think power is good. We didn't leave a radar, so we'll have to come back. Actually, let's leave a radar now. We have one. Actually, do we have one? We were supposed to have them. Then we died a few times. I think we lost them somewhere. Or accidentally put them in the wrong chest. I don't know. But the point is we don't have them, so let's go see. There's no power here, so it's obviously disconnected somewhere. Perfect. Okay, I see lamps. This is such a dark underground. I mean, I guess it is the underground, but the lights are very directional. These rocks do not reflect any light. We might want to invest in stronger explosive techs. We could. I think it's too late now. The issue is, like, there's not that much time left in the run for us to care that much and waste the resources on it, because we could also spend those explosive techs on our actual, like, rockets, because we really only need a few more rockets, and I think we have enough resources now to get all of our launches. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I'm not too concerned with that at the moment. It's one of those things where if the run was longer, it would definitely pay for itself, but since there is a goal that we can finish, it's never really going to pay for itself. Maybe there might be like one more like blue science one that we can get. The military science one might be cheap enough. Alright, I can't attack a specific spot, can I? Oh geez, those do like nothing. How many levels do I have of it? Not enough to make it that any upgrades are going to be viable, apparently. I would probably, if I wanted to use rockets for expansions... Did I actually break it when I tested that? If I wanted to use rockets for expansions, I would need to get like 10 or 20 more upgrades. And then because of cave-ins, it's actually not a viable strategy anyway. It's a fun strategy, but cave-ins are rough. But wow, that did like no damage to half the rocks. I didn't realize some of the rocks had 2k health. What belt are you talking about, Tice? No, I think it's a valid. It was a very valid idea. And I was considering it until I shot a rocket and realized how little my rocket does with how much it's already boosted. Rocks are of way more health than I expected. Oh, this belt. I guess that one doesn't really do much, so I wasn't too concerned, but it will be nice to not run out as early because I fixed it. Okay, so I hope this coal lane actually gets connected. It is a little bit troublesome because it is a mixed lane, so it might cause some problems. And then we still need to set up solid fuel. The issue with solid fuel is we need to deprioritize it. I think we need to change how we loot coal. I think that's what it boils down to. At least we haven't consumed iron for a while. That's weird. Is it just because we're so copper limited? Yeah. It's just because copper lanes haven't been running for a while. Okay, but the issue with using solid fuel is that we have coal being consumed here that is filtered out of all of these lanes. So if we were to fix this... Oh yeah, for fighting biters, level 2 is definitely worth it. And we should have that. I guess we only have level 1. Yeah, for fighting biters, it's worth it. And clearing trees. Actually, I don't know. You might one-shot trees with a grenade with 1 level. Okay, so if we want rocket fuel here, we basically just need to send this to a different part of my base to consume it. It does technically sell some bonuses. The bonuses kill you, though, so... it's not great, but it does sell, like, a movement speed boost. And, like, a mining speed boost. Both of them are lethal. Actually, no, one of them's lethal, the other one lasts, like, a second or something like that. Neither of them are good, though. You need level 2 for trees. Level 1 to space. Okay, for some reason I was thinking it used to be 2, and then it was 1. Then they had a patch that made it 1. But I guess, oh crap. Oh no. That would be a very annoying cave-in. But I guess that is not the case. Lasts for seconds. Yep. It lasts for like 10 seconds. It's pretty silly. I think that was a funny decision on their part. Because it gave me so much hope when I first saw it, only for them to take it away from me. And I can't condemn them for that. Though I can be annoyed. Okay, Smart Belt is making this a little bit trickier than I wanted. I think we accidentally forced a sideload in our coal belt that we just built, right? Oh wait, there's another one. Never mind. I think this is okay. If we have a splitter, we'll be fine. Okay, so we just take from here, and now our recycle loop is good. So you're pissed off that IR3 took away your steel axe? Wait, why did IR3 take away the steel axe? Did they like re-add it to the game or something for the people who really like it? Just to take it away? Because yeah, that's fair. I would... Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd be upset about that. But I like the... Personally, I wouldn't be upset by that. But I get it. Steel axe is neat. It's a neat feature. I do not like those biters. Okay, so we have 2 satellites on us. Let's try to actually, like, launch them. How many have we launched anyway? 2 rocket. We have launched 1 rocket so far. Excellent. But hopefully we can launch... Oh wow, we got there literally right as it crafted another satellite. That's cool. Yeah, unfortunately, IR3 is not something that I can stream. I want to, but it is against the mods. The mod author doesn't allow it, so no IR2 from me, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, this is all right. We're still very limited on fuel, so we need to get solid fuel down into the deep, right? Down into the depths. Because solid fuel will be much more efficient, since a lot more coal goes into plastic with the mod. For more expensive stuff. Okay, so how do we do this? That's the real question. Um, we have a lane here and we have a lane here. So if we do a belt here that has a prio, it will eventually work. I think that's the strat. And then this can be upgraded to make this go straight through. And now we have a very easy spot where we can get solid fuel. Okay. Well, I say very easy. We have a way we can get solid fuel. Not an easy one, but we do have a way. Okay, so we can go around. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. It just doesn't have the research IR2 does. Oh, so you mean like... Okay, I was thinking you meant like the OG steel axe. Why would that be one of the ways they make it harder? That's just cruel. It's like that's such a minor way to frustrate people. Yeah, we do know the command for extra mining speed, so we were able to give us some boost to make ourselves not miserable. Because yeah, we genuinely would not have been able to complete the run without that. Okay, so now we can pass solid fuel through this. This is like the worst part I could have passed solid fuel through now that I'm looking at it. And then filter a slot and we should be good. Okay, so how do we get solid fuel over here? That's the real question. Okay, if we make this a red belt, we can do more solid fuel here. Okay, perfect. I'll take it. This is made out of petroleum, really?
Tacos every day. Oh, 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 tacos every day.
We're really making this out of petroleum. Okay. I guess that's all right. I mean, that is technically the more expensive way to do it. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see, who is that raid from? Yo, what's up, Hefnix? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this, to everyone who just joined, this is a very old scenario from April. We didn't start it until June, and I was hoping to finish it today, but turns out our base had a lot of issues of running out of resources. So it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a we'll finish next week's situation right now. Because yeah, our base is not doing so hot, and it's basically just a scenario that is pure pain, like they said. Everything I do is tedious and slow, and we can't rely on bots. We get attacked more often. Everything explodes. Really, a lot of things are happening, and none of them are good. Oh, you're playing it as well? Fantastic. Yeah, it's fun. I guess we could call it fun. How far are you into it? Have you gone to like a launch yet? Because I just learned how we beat the scenario. Although we did tone it down a little bit to make it more solo friendly here. So I only have to launch 10 rockets at least. So that's a little bit nicer. But yeah, I definitely didn't know going in what the goal was, so we thought we beat it 2 weeks ago. We did not. You started 9 Sundays ago? That sounds about right. It's not a fast scenario. Wait, what day of the week is it? Is it Sunday? No. Okay. That you made that emote made me question what day of the week it is. I kind of forget what day it is a lot, so yeah. I would not have been surprised if it genuinely was Sunday. But then that means I would have actually been playing the wrong scenario. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. Oh right, it's Sunday because you're streamed. I think you've said this before. No, okay, it seems familiar now. That rings a bell. Let's see, we need landfill as well. Okay, this should be good. Yeah, it's all coming back together. All coming back to me. But yeah, you can very easily fool... People can very easily fool me by lying about the day of the week, because I am always wrong about it. Okay, this is good. You have a Monday, Friday to job, so you really get confused about it. Yeah, that definitely helps. When you do stuff that isn't Monday through Friday, that the days kind of blend together. There's not many things that make the days feel like different, or at least lined up with like the traditional weekday. Okay, I think this is working. I don't think we're producing enough light oil though. I wonder if we broke it. Wait, why is our light oil so bad? Hold up. How are we out of oil again? What? Did bot... Oh, Biters probably broke it. So you can't just change the calendar. That is nonsense. You can definitely change the calendar to fit your schedule. We've done meme run Monday on a Tuesday before. That meant it was a Monday. So I can't judge anyone for doing a Sunday stream on a Monday. That's basically the same concept. Okay, I think we need an alarm for crude oil. Because this is not the first time this has happened. How do I make an alarm for that? Now it's lie in bed with your eyes open and have vivid nightmares about random inserter orientations time? Yes, that is understandable. I too am haunted by this mod when I go to sleep. I don't blame you. Would not recommend, but at the same time would recommend. It's very silly and very fun. Okay, so I think this looks alright. I don't understand why we have 10 stacks of red chips on us. I also don't understand why our base is still not running. We clearly have a lot of issues that we need to sort out. But on the bright side, blue chips finally are not, set up in a very dumb way. They're set up in a slightly dumb way, but it's not the worst way I could have set them up. Day of the week was easier when you were still doing sports regularly besides the job. Wait, I thought you said you could understand days already. But yeah, having more to align it also helps. Like any kind of... Is extracurricular the word? I don't know if extracurricular is still the correct word outside of school, but any activity that's on the set of the week also helps. I know what Wednesdays are. Wednesdays and Thursdays I know. It's really the Friday through Tuesdays that I'm never certain which day is which. doesn't It doesn't make it easier when streamers change their calendar to fit their schedule. Well, that's why they need to change the entire world's calendar, right? We just need to make every day work. Although I don't know if that solves the problem. Blue chips are not having it. We've also launched as many rockets as we feasibly can today, I think. Okay, we need to figure out what our bottlenecks are. Obviously copper, but I don't know why. Oh wait, that is saturating a belt. Oh, but I'm splitting into 2 red belts. I think that was so either one could go either way. I don't think I was meant to run both of these constantly. 7 Mondays a week would be good. Once we do burners, once we finish the burner designing, I would like to switch to 2 meme runs a week. We are up to 4 launches so far today, but that was largely buffered resources, so sustainably, let's see, processing units are our biggest bottleneck. So on average, we can launch 20, so we need 800, we need about 800 per silo. We can launch 1 rocket every 40 minutes, so we still have like 3 hours? No, way more than that. It's 4 hours. if we don't improve our production, we still have 4 hours before things start working, which is not great. I would like to fix that eventually. But yeah, I would like to do more meme runs. Once Burner is done, I think I'll be doing at least 2 days a week for memes. And then we'll still have our space exploration, and then I'm not sure what we'll do the other 2 days. I mean, once Burner stuff is done, we'll have 3 days of the week that are cleared up to do either meme runs or try other mods. Burner will never be done. It's really close to being done. The goal is either last week of August or first week of September. But it's very, very close to being done. Oh gosh. I forgot. The floor is lava. Also acid when biters spawn. But if you stand still too long, I think you take damage. Okay, so we need to make another lane, which needs a lot of inserters. And that's mostly it, actually. It really just needs a lot of inserters. We also can bring some lamps, but that mostly just makes it pretty. Technically, we don't need lamps. But yeah, we're moving up there in terms of burner designs. I'm very happy with our progress so far. Also, I think we need more belts. I did realize we don't technically have... We're missing tank production and we're missing flamethrower production, but I don't think we actually need to do those ahead of time. Because we'll have like 3 hours in the run, probably, where we can crank out achievements that we don't have to. So things like that can technically be done earlier. Like we can have those... we can do those later. We don't have to do those ahead of time. But if I can find a spot on my base, we'll just automate tanks and flamethrower fuel. But it's not strictly required because we have such a large window that we'll be able to finish things. See, inserters, we need more belts. Then I think we recently switched to changed up how we design things. So I think we need less belt than we used to. Okay, but I think that's pretty good. We have the power poles, we have the lamps, we might need a few more walls. Okay, oh, I forgot. I was trying to recover. We'll just cancel all of those. I was trying to recover coins on the ground because I desperately needed explosive rockets. Then I remembered I didn't actually have bots on me, so it didn't do anything. But that was the idea. Yeah, we technically have enough resources to expand copper. At least one more belt. The issue is, how does this line up? I think like here. And then someone suggested we do the middle first, but spacing wise, I don't actually know where the middle is. I think this is the middle. It's hard to tell because it's dark and there's no reference points. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay. Also, I forgot, our bots were not actually enabled just then. They wouldn't have done anything. Okay, so yeah, lots of inserters being placed wrong. This is going great. Maybe I should have... You know, I was considering at one point I was considering redesigning these to be completely made out of loaders. Because for things that have high throughput, that's not a big problem. It would have backed up fast enough. I mean, it would have put like 50 fuel into each belt, but it would have worked. And yeah, I'm actually very much regretting that now, because it means all of the inserters are placed correctly. Which I think is not something that we can't put a price on that. That would be so nice. Hello, Annabeth. Welcome, welcome. What's up is a little bit of suffering. We're trying to make our base produce 6 more rocket launches, which I didn't think would be that hard. I really was not thinking it would be difficult, but it turns out expensive mode makes things expensive. Shouldn't be much of a surprise, but I wasn't prepared for how expensive it was going to make things. So basically all of our base stopped running. We have no way to expand our base realistically. And we need to launch 6 more rockets. So that's the gist of what's going on right now. Plus, it's just tedious to build. It's fun. I do like it, but it definitely slowed down my goal for the day. So I definitely, I guess I did put in my title unlikely for finishing it. So I guess I didn't lie. I was hoping I would, but yeah, it ain't happening. Do I have short lanes? I feel like this doesn't line up with the other lanes, but I don't know why. Only a little bit? You thought this was Vectorio? Wait, only a little what? Only a little suffering or something? Is that is that what that was referring to? Yeah, okay, fair. I mean, we don't normally suffer when we play this game. Only on Mondays. Like every Monday, but only on Mondays. It looks like I see now how we got misaligned. Uh-oh. Wait, that means all of these are misplaced. I think it will still work, but I don't know why it's broken. Oh, that was the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing. There we go. I might have had the wrong weapon out. It happens. I'm not used to having anything explosive on me. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, it's really not that much different than debugging, right? Especially since it still has the same concept of it's past you cutting corners that is causing the biggest issue. I guess it depends on who wrote it, but the biggest enemy right now is definitely me cutting corners earlier. Ooh, that was very close to a cave-in from breaking a single power pole there. That should not have been so closely built. I guess part of the issue is not necessarily, it's not on the cave-ins, it's on me. Or sorry, not on the cave-in. It's not on the blueprint. I misplaced my blueprint initially. So all of the inserters are kind of in the wrong spot now. So this is going to be a slightly manual, a bunch of manual fixes for a bit. Okay, I think I fixed a lot of them. We'll have to, I think it'll also be easier. If we get it started, we'll be able to tell what's broken whenever things start blinking. It looks like the top half isn't as broken. It was really just the bottom half. We must have misaligned like one of the first blueprint pastes we did. Okay, so we need a splitter here. Side load, side load, side load. And an underground. And then we can do a set of walls here just to give us a little bit more flexibility. Inventory is full. Excellent. So we're taking a bit of damage. Okay, so all we have to do is send this copper over, and I think we increase our copper production not by 50%, but pretty close. Pretty close to 50%. And then this looks like it's split off awkwardly, so that's an easy fix. I mean, what isn't awkward in our base? We do very awkward fixes all the time with spaghetti. I mean, they're fun, but they do complicate a lot. Okay, so none of those have fuel. If we put on alt mode, it should make it a little bit clearer which direction things need to place. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we just need to look for this pattern that's kind of like two lines in a row, which is not quite lost, but I feel like it's pretty close to loss. And then we get to the bottom where things are misplaced, so then we don't really have a pattern anymore, so that complicates it even more. But I think this is going all right. We haven't gotten any fuel yet, though, so I think something's wrong. Yep, inserters were placed the wrong direction. Classic mistake. Although that's not really, I guess mistake's not the right word, because I didn't make a mistake. It just classic random rotations. is a better way to describe it. That just doesn't flow very well. Okay, so we need copper, and I don't know where exactly it needs to go. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move this down, because this might work. We're going to make this an underground. Actually, no, we're just gonna move it lower. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then we're also going to bypass this with the other one. So this will output left and prioritize a different lane. Even calling big confusing messes spaghetti is common between coding Factorio. Do they really call it spaghetti code? Because that's fantastic. I have heard Factorio described just as a spreadsheet before, or a flowchart. So I'm not surprised it's also just been described as a coding. That would explain the overlap between the amount of viewers I have who are work in comp sci. I'd say it's like 50% of my active viewer base at least has some kind of degree or job in tech. It honestly might even be higher. Okay, I think this works. I hope I'm going to the right rocket. That's the real kicker. I don't know if I am. But this should improve my copper a lot. I don't know if it'll get us... Basically, our goal is to double our rocket production. And our biggest bottleneck right now is copper, but obviously things get a little bit different. As we realize, once copper is fixed, we'll probably realize it's something like iron as well. Although iron was pretty healthily backed up. Iron doesn't really run that much. I guess that's because most of our iron was going into steel. No, we don't need steel that much. These are still running terribly, but they are running. Okay, processing units. Let's see. Actually, that won't tell us anything. We actually just need to look at the copper lanes. Okay, so LDS is nicely backed up. I think we could decrease how much goes into LDS, because that would do a decent job. So if we just straight up slow down LDS by downgrading these to yellow belts, that will have LDS production. Let's see if that's something we can afford. Okay, so currently LDS is producing twice as much as our processing units. So if we have it, it's going to produce less. That might be problematic. Having might be too much. So what if we do like 2/3? Although we do have the buffer chest as well. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll call it 9 full chests. So that's about 5 rockets. So honestly, if we do have it, I think we're still good. Because we only need 6 more launches. We have enough buffered for 5. Roughly. That's a little bit of a underestimate, but... Oh! I think more of them became invincible when I downgraded. Does it roll that every time? I didn't know that. But yeah, that should let more copper go over towards green chips, which is our biggest bottleneck right now, so I think that's worth it. These seem to actually be kind of working, which is surprising. Those ones up top aren't, but I think at that point they're low on copper. If we upgrade these all the way, would that help? I don't think that's our bottleneck. We need to go see what's actually wrong. Okay, but what about up here? We just still don't have enough copper. Okay. I guess we're starting to run out of these copper patches too, so we need to get like a copper lane over here. That's pretty close. That could be useful. See, upgrading counts both as a mining and a building action in the API. Okay. I feel like I've heard you say that before. Which makes sense. That sounds like something you would have to know for the task. Also, there's a lot of resources here. You know what? This is a fair amount of copper. I could technically set up a whole mining lane up here if I extend my base. You know, that would actually be faster This would technically be faster than expanding to that copper patch, which is kind of funny. Yeah, the effects of the mod are under the wwksf command, if you want to list. We've been keeping a running list in a Google Doc as we discover new things, because we didn't really know what all it changed when we started. They just kind of revealed more as time went on. I think we do need a plan for this eventually being upgraded to red belt, so let's do that now. Which upgrades, we can't do upgrades manually, but because of how smart belt work, or sorry, we can't do upgrades with bots, but because of how smart belt works, we can actually usually upgrade with, we usually can upgrade manually. You have mod for tasking that detects those actions, they can be imported into the tasks. Oh, like for manually setting something up? Like you can just copy you, I guess, is what I'm asking. Instead of having to manually program it. Or is there another goal there? Also, these should probably be upgraded. Hopefully this works. Okay. That's good. Underbelt's in the way. That's less good. You know what? We can just go around it, can't we? We can. Perfect. I love belt weaving. Sometimes. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's actually not. Okay, that can't be mine. Can I shoot it before a bot can destroy it? No. We need a new plan. We have to go around, I guess. Okay, I think we should be good if we can upgrade this. Everything will look a lot nicer. Oh my gosh. Smart belt, why have you forsaken me? Your version of the mod was definitely nicer. Of the permanent placements. Way easier to work with. Now, I don't think we're outputting enough for this to matter right now, but if we ever get enough copper, I think they'll be able to output well enough. Although it's hard to say, because these might be... I don't know what these are limited by, actually. Probably a lot of things. Okay. How's our solar panel production? Solar panel. We need a total of 1,000. So we could probably deconstruct this. I think we're going to leave one just in case I miscounted. But this should decrease our green chip consumption by a pretty significant margin. Which will give us more blue chips, and then... Yeah, we really just need to improve copper. Wait, do cables require more copper? Is that why the ratio is so bad? No? Interesting. And people on Reddit say your version is evil? Yeah, your version was... Well, I guess it made things not destructible. So, I guess that part would be rough. I don't want them to be invulnerable again. Processing units. Okay, they come in bursts, so I'm gonna say we haven't actually improved it a ton. How are we still short on copper? Come on. They do require more cables. Yeah, I knew they required more cables. That's why I doubled the normal ratio. It just felt like the ratio was off even more than that, so I wasn't sure. But I guess I was just imagining things. This mod has the great effect of making you second guess your life. Ooh, neon green. Okay, we'll see if this sticks. But we can definitely go with it for now. Yeah, and red chips require more cable too. That one didn't bother me that much because half red chips didn't feel like it really slowed me down, but having my green chip production was brutal. I didn't like that one. Okay, so we could technically build more production here if we can get more copper. I'm really surprised that we're so limited by plates still. See, that's your favorite color? You want to dye your hair in it? It's definitely a nice, vibrant hair color. I feel like, I don't know, feel like I had a friend who had that color, but I can't remember. But yeah, it's a nice color. It makes you easy to spot in a crowd, which is nice. I get, unless you want to be inconspicuous, but I don't know, I like being recognizable. It's always fun when someone can recognize you by like one piece of clothing or your hair at a distance. Yo, what's up? Did I miss a message? Are we playing early? Good. Okay, good for 6. Nothing, just a relevant comment. Okay. Well, hello. Wasn't sure because I saw I had a few Discord notifications. But if we are playing early, I'll be done in like probably 10 minutes or so. So you want to be you want to be conspicuous. Wait, which one's conspicuous? I am gonna be honest. I always confuse the two. That's the one. Inconspicuous is the one that makes you hidden. So you want to be noticed. Okay, then that's a perfect color then. Back when you were skiing, you wore very visible neon orange jacket and trousers, easily recognizable. So I used to have, for me, I used to have a lot of very colorful pants or jeans to avoid any confusion, because I guess a lot of people in my chat are British English. uh, let's just go with jeans then. Um, but yeah, I had a lot of very colorful jeans, and people would just like recognize me from across the street. It felt nice. It felt nice being like someone could just see like red pants and be like, "Oh, that's my friend." I loved it. I don't wear those pants. Don't wear them as much as I would like anymore, but I do still have them. But they're 10 out of 10 would recommend getting very colorful pair of jeans. Highly recommended. Or tennis ball yellow. Tennis ball yellow is also good. Oh, that's why it's not working. Mr. Fancy, that is that what Fancy Pants Rich McGee over here is all about? Some guy with red pants. It all makes sense. How was that a ghost? Did I like shoot it with a rocket? I could see that. Oh wait, hold up. This is not set up right. Um hmm. How do I do this? I guess I can just assume all the coal goes over here. That's probably not a problem. Okay, I think this will work. That will probably be stuck in a silo eternally, but that's okay. Because really the whole point of this is just to clear the buffer chest, which doesn't mine iron that often, or stone, or coal. 3rd time's the charm. It doesn't mine coal very often, but when it does, I definitely don't want it to break my lane. But this looks good now. Hopefully we have enough solid fuel. Your permanence mod is my worst performing mod. That's unacceptable. How many times do we need to download it to make it go up? No. That's like that one's such a fun one though. I guess I could see what it's fun in the sense that masochism is fun. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why, but still, it should be way more popular. It's a great mod. Why is our copper so bad? I mean, okay, our easiest solution is to just drag a belt up there. So let's just go get more. Oh, 10 times over? Okay, that's a lot. Well, I guess if it's compared to like a task tool, which also isn't used that much, maybe the gap isn't as large as it sounds. I've actually, I've been thinking about using a task for like very specific things, for like recording footage um, for the videos. Since I am working, I'm pretty close to finishing the script for the new burner video. And there are some cases where I'd want to demonstrate like building something, but I want to demonstrate it not in replay mode. I don't know if a task would be the right tool for that, because I would need to show my cursor. I don't know what the solution would be. I guess the solution is just to get good, so it's not a problem. But there are a lot of times where I want something like repeatable for like doing a recording. And the task might be too robotic for that. I don't know. How do I do this, by the way? Let's see. We can filter out the copper. And then we can sideload it here. This might work. Okay. I think that works. If I had more space, I could have just cycled it back to this spot, but we already have this spot set. Okay, and then this can go here. Now we can start connecting a new lane, I think. At least that's the idea. Because it looks like that is a full red belt. And honestly, there's not that much we have to destroy as we go up. Although we do have to worry about cave-ins, so we don't want to hold right-click too much because the cave-ins are are pretty brutal. And we can't get any uranium. I would have liked to do nuclear power. Although part of me thinks that the mod author makes it that nuclear power is lethal. I haven't really seen anything that implies that. But it's generally safe to assume that they're trying to make life as painful as possible for me, so... and whoever else they made play it. So it seems like a reasonable assumption that, you know, nuclear would explode. I also thought oil would just randomly explode as well, because they just both made sense to me. I think we need to somehow compress this again, right? I think it makes sense. Or was that for the mod download? Oh, they cleared my hotbar again. Excellent. Okay, that goes there. No, that's not the right slot. There we go. Okay, we need red belt. More red belt. I guess we can leave that. It's not how I wanted that, but it works. And then... Okay, so since we have a weird amount of space to work with, we should be able to do that. Oh, wait. We don't have any red splitters. We have the resources to make them, though, so I think we're okay. Okay, this is a weird compressor. It honestly reminds me of that one compressor Anti-Elites made one time, where you just had to, like, compress it on the other side. Theirs is completely out of copper, so that does almost nothing, but... The idea here is to go to this patch, so it will eventually do something. At least that's the plan. Yeah, sometimes the compressors get a little messy. And we just learned to accept that. Ooh, that was risky. I thought maybe that we had extra walls, that wouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we'll need to bring power. Oh, we have a train station instead of power poles. That's what we keep pulling up. Classic. What part of my hotbar is even correct now? Walls are correct. Lamps? Really? Lamps are one of the things that they left? I mean, that is technically where I put lamps on my hotbar, but they're not that useful. Chests are useful, but those are only correct because we just put them there. So yeah, it's cleared pretty much all of our hotbar at this point. And for some reason, undergrounds and long inserters, which neither of those are that useful. Okay, and then we've learned our lesson. Actually, we haven't learned our lesson. We didn't bring anything to deal with biters. So if we see biters, we just kind of gotta run still. Because yeah, we have the same amount of combat prowess as we used to. Although we were talking about stronger explosives. It's possible that... Oh, yeah, we have to get pretty far, though, to make rockets better. Never mind. Because it would be nice for defeating the big biters. Also, I'm really unsure... I was told that launching satellites triggers some kind of, like, wave defense response. But I haven't really noticed any increase in biters from launching satellites. So, it either doesn't happen immediately... Or we're like, there's some like secret wave that got stuck somewhere that's gonna absolutely destroy me sometime. I don't really know if I have any reason to be that paranoid, but I was told that I did hear the words wave defense in response to rockets. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe it just gets worse, or maybe it's just that we're already fighting against big biter waves. That more waves isn't that noticeable. I mean, that is true to some extent usually. Like if you already have a flamethrower wall, how much worse can it really get? Okay, this is a fair amount of resources. We have so many chests that we have to keep on us at all times, just for the sole purpose of tossing them in a random spot and forgetting about them, which feels wasteful, but I mean, what's another 5,000 iron compared to 500,000, right? Like, it's really not worth the time investment, but it feels wasteful either way. Okay, so we can put these there. That's alright with me. This is a terrible patch, by the way, but I kind of knew that going in. Does this work? Is this how I wanted it to line up? Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff blocking the way. Okay. Your second worst performing mod is your first Steel Exhaust? Wait, why is that a mod by itself? Is it just a mod that you can download that specifically does the Steel Axe start, and that's all? What am I missing here? Or is it the mod you used to make it? Because I'm picturing the mod is literally just the instructions that are sent to your tasks as like a standalone mod. I guess if you're trying to show people it, that would be an easy way to download it. Oh, it is the run. Okay. How do you upload that as a mod? Can you like create a set seed with can you make it that like the set seed is made, or do people also have to choose the seed? I haven't really experimented with mod much. I imagine you can make it that it has to be a specific map, but maybe not. You boot up a world and it plays out a Steel X run. That's what I'm thinking, but because it's a TAS, it would have to be a very specific run, so it couldn't just be any world. It would have to be that specific world. And I'm just curious how that happens. Okay, you have to input the seed, gotcha. I thought there was some magic you could do. Well, more magic. I mean, the TASes are already pretty magical. At least to me, who has no idea how they work. Okay, we almost caused a cave-in, but we didn't, and that's what matters. And then we have 3 lanes to connect. Awesome. We almost killed ourselves, by the way. Oh! Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, so much for our buildings that we just built. We don't really need those, do we? Yeah, everything's okay. We did lose a few important drills, but I think we have spares. Yeah, we're okay. That isn't how I wanted that to pan out. That was also literally the last thing we mined, which is very unfortunate. Input prior right, input prior right. Okay, so we need to upgrade some of these to a red belt, which is kind of annoying. I should have done red belt the whole time. That was not the right button. It did work. It's not what I wanted to do, but it did technically work. Okay, there we go. I had the wrong weapon out. Classic mistake. Okay. Those need to be replaced. I don't know if we have any drills down there. I don't think we do. Can't tell if this is a red belt. Let's see. Your second version is better. Is that one much better performing? I'm surprised people download a mod specifically to get with like a, or anyone clicked on a SteelX TAS full run mod. That's a cool way to distribute it though, as opposed to like having a Google Drive or something. No, I get it. That's good. What you should have done is just been sent people your main TAS mod, and then a list of instructions for how they can recreate it by hand. Everyone knows people love software where they have to input everything, but that would be a nice trolly way to do it. But I think I'm just thinking troll stuff because it's Monday, and I want everyone to be trolled to make me feel better about what I'm dealing with right now in this mod. Okay, we're pretty close to attaching this. Okay, so please work. Please work. It does not work. How is it not connected to power? Wait, what? We connected it at the source? Okay. You check that out just to see it in action? I think there's also like a YouTube video somewhere, I imagine. But yeah, you can also just, watching it on your own folder is also cool. Or watching it on your own game also seems cool. You remember a couple weeks ago you were trying to figure out why a mod wasn't working, then literally went and patched the bug in the mod yourself and it worked? Context, you have no clue how to mod Factorio. Honestly, some bugs are easy enough to figure out. I have an idle game that I play where I've done that. Where like one of the values was just someone wrote the wrong formula. So I'm like, you know what? I don't know JavaScript, but I know how to replace a variable. And then I made it more playable. I feel like that's how a lot of mods get fixed. Just one person gets annoyed by it, so they fix it, and then voila, now it's shared. Cause like I know there's like I think it's like a green text, but there's like some kind of like green text type story where someone like applies to a job, fixes a bug, then immediately quits the job because that was his only the only reason he applied. I could see that actually happening. Okay, so this is all side-loaded, so we definitely broke this. It's easier with Factorio mod. That's true. There are some mods probably are not easy to work with, or some games. Factorio is fairly readable with minimal knowledge. I wouldn't even know how to open a Minecraft mod. But I guess Minecraft did kind of make just modding in generally a little convoluted for a while. Not as easy as just opening up a set of scripts. Does this look good? I think this looks good. I think this looks good. I think we just happened to look at where it was sideloaded from when we first set it up, and we're waiting for the resources to go from here to here. So that should increase our copper production by a fair amount. Yeah, okay. We should have a full belt, almost a full belt of copper. Not quite a full belt because some of the drills aren't working, or some of the inserters aren't working, but it's pretty close. Really regretting not making these 24 length, or 26, 28 long. Because when we first set them up, we really did consider making them longer to make up for any inserter issues that cause it to run more poorly, but it's kind of too late now. This should definitely pry out to the right. I think that's part of the issue that we've been having. Yeah, because we've been sending half over there, so we were losing about a quarter of a lane. Another link. That one's definitely not whitelisted. Did I just give you link permission? I mean, it's understandable why I would have done that. That would make sense. Yep. No. 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 That's two. No. I don't know why those are slipping through. Normally it considers those hyperlinks. Maybe because it has Factorio in it? Maybe I just made any link that has Factorio acceptable? Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. I mean, it's not a problem. I'm just confused. Generally, OBS or Nightbot is very aggressive and deletes anything that even has a period in it after a space. Like, I think you said something earlier, like dot data or something. Okay, but actual links don't work. Maybe Nightbot is smarter. Maybe it's smarter about things that aren't links anymore. Because there was a time where like anytime you placed a period followed by a word, it considered that a link. So maybe they're like, oh wait, hey, these are just spelling errors. Because I could see that being a thing. I don't like how sparse these are. It makes me worry that other important stuff isn't running. But I guess we don't really have that much important stuff that doesn't run off of these, so it's not a big deal. But that does solve the mystery. So I didn't add permissions. Nightbot is just acting a little bit different. Or maybe just these, for some reason, aren't considered links, but other stuff are. Who really knows? The important thing is that we're getting green chips. What a fast pivot. But, I just noticed that we are, in fact, getting blue chips. Processing units. Not that much faster than we used to, though. So I think we still need to send spare chips around. Maybe we don't have any? I guess these just don't run that well. I guess this is one of those things where it will eventually self-balance with like speed modules and we're not that far off. What if we just take the buffer chest away? That could work. Oh geez, I really didn't like that one. I mean, it timed you out for like 10 seconds total, but it just like deleted things. But yeah, you should be good again. Do that too, but also either it doesn't whitelist for links for nobody, or nobody configures whitelists. Well, I have whitelists, so I have whitelists set up for very specific links.
Tacos every day. Oh, 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 tacos every day.
But yeah, it does. Usually it considers everything with a data link, but like I have most Factorio sites whitelisted, which is why I was wondering if maybe the Lua.api was whitelisted because it had the word Factorio in it. Okay, so these should back up, and then we'll start getting blue chips again. Then they'll be self-balancing, because right now we actually are producing way more speeds than we are blue chips, right? Speed modules. I say way more, like 20% more. We are consuming all of our copper, and we're still getting basically nothing. We were not prepared for this at all. Hello, Carl. Welcome, welcome. We're about to wrap up for the day. But I was trying to fix a little bit of my copper shortage. Let's see. You've seen that bot delete messages for when you post a Twitch clip URL? Yeah, I did. I had them blocked for a little bit because people are only really sharing clips from other channels, but that's not hasn't really been a problem. So I just figured for the people who do share clips of my stream, might as well not make it complicated. But a lot of them were like clips from like anti-elites, but it's not like anyone was advertising their own, so I didn't care that much. So that one's whitelisted. Speedrun. I do specifically have getting around links blacklisted. Funnily enough, if speedrun.com is whitelisted, or it should be. Speedrun.net wouldn't be because it's not real, but getting around links I have specifically blacklisted, not just like general link, because I generally block those more harshly due to spammers. Let's see, there was a funny thing that happened once on some Lego speedrunner stream where they accidentally said speedrun.net instead of speedrun.com, and then it turned out the .net version existed and was like malware or something. Oof. Okay, so definitely not adding speedrun.net to the list. But yeah, there's a lot of times where people like put a dot, and like that can still trick people into like typing it. So I'm like, it doesn't. Like, it's obviously less likely to cause problems, but it can still cause problems. So I don't. I have those blocked. Yeah, that one probably doesn't exist. And then spammers, like most most view bots who try to sell like views or follows to you, they tend to not type actual links. So you have to do fake whitelist. You have to block list stuff to get around them. I think it was Nightbot, but something else. But streamers configure chat in a way where even the streamer can't see any links that anyone posted, even though they normally see deleted message. Oh, that's yeah. Fortunately, I can still see the links, unless it's like fully deleted. Unless it deletes every message, like with when Tice was testing stuff just now. But normally, I can see the failed messages easily. Because most of the time, like, I'm aware it's like someone was just sending me a link to like a mod. It's like 90% of the links. Okay, so these are working terribly. I don't understand. We've done so much to improve green chips, and like they have not been improved. I don't quite get it. I don't know what's happening with them. Maybe it's just latency. Maybe they're just finally starting to catch up. But like red chips are being consumed specifically for speed modules. So I think this is the problem. Once these back up, I think things look a little bit nicer. That's what I'm banking on, because I don't think we consume red chips anywhere else. It happens in a way where the messages aren't deleted, but links are deleted from it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the thing that I've run into. So yeah, I think that's the most we can do today. It looks like next time... Actually, how's our launches? Okay, we're up to 5 launches now. Yeah, LDS should be pretty close. We're producing satellites about as fast as we're producing RCUs, though, which is nice. Okay, it looks like we're half done. Oh, auto build 5, that's annoying. Okay, so we're gonna save this. And we're gonna add more blue chips. That is literally all we need. More blue chips. Which requires to set up so much copper lanes. But if we can get that set up, I think we should have no problem launching next time. I still feel like we're missing something. Because we haven't really been attacked. So as for the spammers that sell users, you find it annoying when mods delete the chat message so quickly that you can't even read the message to report the user. So it should auto. It does. I generally like auto report them if I notice it. But it's one of those things where when there's spam bots, it's better for you to hide the link from the chat so nobody like falls for it accidentally or accidentally clicks on it. Is more important generally than getting like one extra report on them. Because I feel like they get auto banned anyway immediately after that or pretty quickly. But I would much rather have my chat clear and people safely not have to worry about clicking on the link. But like I can see either way, but I definitely when it comes to moderating, I definitely am in the mindset of delete first is more important to get rid of the message. You sometimes get response that they didn't break terms of service. Great. If somebody is falling for a scam link in a Twitch chat, then I'm sure there are bigger issues. Not really. People fall for stuff. People misclick on things all the time. I don't think there's any problem with that. Because like honestly, just misclicking a link in general is really easy. Normally you have to do more than that, but it's super easy to misclick. Yeah, I guess it depends what it is. But either way, I think we'll wrap up here. But yeah, it's probably not a huge concern, but I mean, when they're auto-deleted, there's not much I can do about that anyway. Can you post a link? I mean, I trust you, but the context of this one is silly. Seems, sketchy. Yeah, that's true. Usually it'll go site is not safe unless you have a really stupid phone. I don't trust those. Ooh, new SteelX task. Nice. Wait, did you finally get to that second barrier that you were trying to breach? Or is this not yours? That's an interesting modifier. Yeah, I think it will become a behemoth at one point. This is the most annoying if I ever lose my laser turrets. There's not much I can do about that. But yeah, that's awesome that there's a new one. But yeah, we'll probably wrap up here. I will not be back tomorrow, which is why I streamed a little bit longer than normal today. No burner stuff today. Tomorrow, then I have an appointment. I will be back Friday. I should be back Friday and Saturday. I don't think I have anything this weekend that will conflict with them. So we should be doing more burner designing then. I'll probably do a little bit over the week to add a couple of the things that I missed and was close to finishing it. But we're getting real close to burner being done. So hopefully we should be good to do the run in August or very early September. I'm thinking early September just because I think September 1st sounds like a great date. Literally no reason other than that. We'll probably be done by end of August, but I think September 1st just sounds cool. So that's what I'm aiming for. But hopefully y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time. Peace.